その生態からの動きからもう一度聞いてまいります。
今日の講義はこれで終わります。
力のあるものも必ずな。
できました。今回はですね、
Well, I am so far out of the loop right now that it's not even funny. It is not even funny. I have no clue what is going on. None. Zero. So let's just get that right out of the way. I am lost. 100%. And where to start? So it has been 1 week since I looked at you. And Lynn says nothing has changed. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Short band, big talk this weekend. Always with the shit that is totally irrelevant. The least logical, least likely, completely irrelevant. So yeah, nothing has changed, I see. 0.25%, Fed 0.25%. Right. And Apple up, what was it, like 7% or whatever the hell it was. You know, at least all is right in the world. Apple continues to go up and is around $10 less lower than all time highs. That's fantastic. Project Popcorn. Oh yeah, Citigroup's scheme, right? So I guess I'm a little bit less out of the loop tonight. Maybe you think I am. I don't know. We'll see. So, boy. So there's Mike the Marine with a whiteboard. That's great. What the Duck. Lou's put out a shitload of videos, I see. Marantz Rants is, you know what? Good. That's a great place to start. Marantz Rants.
Hi guys,
Right?
welcome back to Marantz Rants. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. This weekend, guys, it's Sunday. I woke up, I saw a video, and they were talking about AMCTA, right? And of course, it was by Ant Trades, the failed predictor of everything that doesn't happen.
I am the loop.
The reason for that is because he charts using linear charts, not logarithmic charting, and that means that over a larger time scale, he will be off. And I've shown you this before, guys, but before we even go into the video, well, no, let's go into the video first. So let's go ahead and hear what he has to say, and then we'll explain it and debunk this nonsense. So here we go.
I don't know why I feel like I have something to prove to these fucking brain dead incels in my comments, but I'm just gonna show it. Look at this shit, you fucking morons. Getting very sick of the comments. Like, either like y'all are just some fucking bots for real, or they're paid.
That's probably it.
Fucking piss me off. I have no idea. Whatever the case, it's very fucking annoying. So look at at what is going on. And then you have fucking morons like Morantz. Holy shit, this guy's talking about earnings like it fucking matters. Do you see what I'm showing you? Like, I really can't at this point. I don't know why I'm even trying to prove this to you. You guys should be fucking paying me to share this information.
Wow.
So what he's showing, guys, just so we're clear, we can go back about 1 second before this chart. He wanted to bring up this this piece on the screen so that everybody can see it, and then he wanted to call you names while he does it, so it's cool. Okay, so here we go. So he's showing you that they mimic the same. They look the same over time. You know, this is a previous chart, and it's going to, the algorithm is playing out right now, but on a longer timetable. We know that his timetable was going to mow ass in January, February of this year, which it didn't. He even went all the way up to say March 4th, which it didn't, and now he's back again to tell you it's happening again. Anthony, I'm going to show you exactly what you're looking at because you're charting it wrong, but I'm with you, man. I'm trying to help, and let's see if you can use the help here. So this is AMC, as you guys can see it, and this is a logarithmic chart, and you can tell just by the gapping of the squares as it goes up. I've explained that in previous videos. If you don't know how that works, it's just, well, I've explained it. I don't want to beat it over the head, but you said something very funny. You said that this has nothing to do with earnings. And I'm looking at the chart, okay? I'm doing what you're doing, and I'm going to show you fake breakouts. That's what these are, potential breakouts every time, and you'll see it. It touches, and get this out of the way. It touches, comes down, it explodes again, comes down, touches, comes down, touches, comes down, touches, comes down. All fake breakouts. Now, what you really need to pay attention to is all of the breakouts that you keep saying are going to happen. That just happens to coincide with earnings. Earnings.
Oh.
Earnings, breakout. Earnings, breakout. Earnings, breakout. Earnings, touch. Do you get it now? Or are you just oblivious to it all? Here's the problem with what you're saying. You need a catalyst. You don't just get to look at the chart and say it's going to do this because it's done this in the past. The things that happened 2 years ago to this stock, AMC, the float has gone up 3x. The fundamentals are terrible for the company, so they keep doing new things like, i.e. the lawsuit, the conversion, the reverse stock split, all the things that you don't talk about the stock actually happening. Like right now, all you talk about is a chart and lines. There's more to a company and a stock than chart and lines. And
Oh, no.
than
Surely
price
not.
discovery. There's actual catalyst outside of that. And right now, you're looking at a reverse stock split that has been halted. But when it comes out, yes, this stock is going to go screaming down. And you won't be there to say it to people. Yes, you got it wrong. And you're going to continue to get it wrong because you're oblivious to what is the stock market. It's not just numbers, crayons, and bars. Realize those catalyst events that happen, touch the peak, come on down, touch the peak, come on down. If I use linear charts, imagine how oh, and by the way, this line you see, this purple line that I drew that a while back. We've drawn that a year ago, and it still goes along the trend line. I mean, I could leave it there. It's going to go right there, but this is your line. Realistically, this is the trend that it is doing, but that's your chart. There's a reason why you're off on all your info, and you're going to be. Can I show you this way? I'll do it to you like this. And
Wait, so
this used to be you. This was you. We're going to have a breakout, and that's what you went on, and you made videos forever. Do you remember this? When we were at 370, come down, oh, we retest, now we break out. And you were like dancing in the street. You were making all these videos, going crazy, but guess what you had? Right back down because your line is wrong. Fail TA, that's your nickname. Ant, educate yourself, please, man. You're embarrassing yourself. Don't do it. Peace.
wow, okay. That was pretty weak, to be honest, but I feel pretty weak, so um let's see here. I'll tell you what. Short selling banned. God damn it.
It's okay if JP Morgan shorts silver for 2 decades, but it's not okay if we short JP Morgan. That is exactly correct, as there may perhaps be a ban on short selling, but not of short selling of any stock. What is going on, guys? Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, happy Sunday. Hopefully you are all enjoying your weekend. Today, I want to talk about banks, a potential ban
Shut up about my fucking
on
weekend.
short selling, how
Just
it
get on
affects
with it.
AMC, and as well as a little bit of a sprinkle on top of what is happening to AMC coming forward into the lawsuit, going forward into the meeting. So this is the newest update that we have. Without further ado, all I ask you guys to do, it's free, it helps me out. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn post notifications on,
Crayons.
comment. Let's get into the
I
video.
need some of them. Hungry. Jesus Christ with these
So
intros, I
analysts
swear to
at
God.
JP Morgan believe U.S. regulators might target short selling to prevent a contagion amid the rising banking crisis. With
What?
several U.S. banks collapsing recently,
What
the industry
sense does
players
that
have
fucking
argued
make
short
at
sellers
all?
are scaring people to think the crisis would ensnare more banks. JP Morgan analysts noted that this argument might temporarily force regulators to halt short selling.
No, it won't.
activities. So a JP
No, it
Morgan analyst
won't.
is basically saying, since it's so scary that banks are collapsing, basically we are afraid of short sellers, and this might cause regulators to prevent them from actually engaging in the market. This article goes on to say, on May 4th,
This is the dumbest fucking... God, this is the dumbest shit I have heard all year. And we've heard a lot of dumb shit this year. This is fucking retarded. We'll get into
American
it, but
Banker
this is fucking
Association
dumb.
wrote the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission expressing worry that short sellers might be manipulating the market. ABA's Chief Policy Officer, Naomi Camper, noted that some of the shares trading defy the underlying fundamentals. Meanwhile, JP Morgan
you don't
highlighted
say.
the concern in its note. According to the banking giant, it has never been in a situation where a perfectly healthy bank ends up in the hands of the FDIC within a very short period of time. The bankers further noted that the pressure affected even banks in good financial positions. As more Americans now worry about their money in these banks, short sellers have been blamed for stoking fears, leading to the significant price swings in shares of several regional banks. Pacific Western in Los Angeles and First Horizon in Tennessee have significantly declined in shareholder value over the past 2 months. Now, SPY is banning short sellers, wondering why. First of all, the first reason why, of course, is because unrealized loss on investment securities are at all-time highs, and you can tell based off of this chart right here. Unrealized losses across the board are at the highest level that they have ever been at. Unrealized losses are highest at banks with long-duration securities.
SPY is banning short sellers. SPY is banning short sellers. Okay. What does that mean? What does it even mean?
Unrealized losses may have limited ability to sell securities to fund loan demand or support any participated deposit withdrawals without recognizing losses. So banks are basically in a very tough spot, because if they interact with their day-to-day business, this might actually interfere with their recognizing losses, right? Right now they're unrealized, but they could become realized and they could essentially get put into the pit. Now, the reason the SEC would act now is that short sellers are screwing the 1%. This is the second reason why you might be
short sellers are screwing the 1% now. Right. Okay.
Because the SEC
What the
would
fuck?
try and prevent the screwing of 1%. The short sellers are finally, for the first time, screwing the 1%, and JP...
Newsflash, it don't work like that. It does not work like that. Oh my God. Just because, like Bernie Madoff, the shorts are stealing from the wrong people. Oh.
JP Morgan is not happy about it, neither are the banks in general. Because just like Bernie Madoff, the shorts are stealing from the wrong people. I believe all the banks have similar Archegos bag in their books somewhere. The biggest banks know they need to be bigger to survive one more day.
Oh, and look at all those hashtags. AMC, Ape, HYMC, Ape Strong. Come on. Come on.
Speaking of Archegos, court documents recently show Archegos using swaps to raise and depress the price of stocks. All of these documents coming out.
Oh,
very, very troubled
swaps.
time, and they want to finally point out what short sellers are doing, but nobody wants.
Kid, you are not going to have a fucking short squeeze. None of this shit makes a goddamn bit of difference. I cannot believe that this is what we're talking about now. Banning short selling on bank stocks. Oh, right, because it worked so fucking well. before when they did it in 2008. Go read some fucking history. You will find out why this will not happen. It will not happen at all, period. End of discussion. I'm done. Done. That is dumb. That is the dumbest shit I've heard. Certainly today. Okay, now, but what about this? AMC forced to release vital court docs on their website.
Hey friends, welcome to Stocks and Crypto Plays. I'm talking about AMC stock. If you go on the AMC website, they've uploaded a bunch of PDFs. As you can see, I have it behind me here, the PDFs, and notice of stockholder class A and proposed settlement hearing. So that's one of the PDFs. Now you can't see them. I couldn't fit them all on the screen, but there's a bunch of PDFs that they uploaded, and you guys have to go there because on one of the PDFs they show instructions on how to email the court, and you can email the court, the counselor, and get your objection added through email now. And they have the email address there, which is so nice. Let me see if I can pull it up for you. Let's see.
No, I'm noticing it.
Yeah.
Absence of sass here.
You have to go to AMC.
He's acting like a boomer.
Okay.
He's actually... He's like, wait a minute here now. What is this newfangled thing here?
And then you'll see they updated these 5/5/2023. So basically,
with the program,
yesterday, and you'll be able to get all the information there, and you can click through there and see, you know, all the different options that you have. So it's really important to email the counselor. So we were sending letters to the judge, which is great, but now the judge released a letter and said how to email. Basically, you're emailing the plaintiffs and legal team, and they're going to add you to the fact that you want to object, and you have to put in the letter what your objection is. And they also said in there not to put like multiple objections. They said just put one objection because they're only going to use one.
I have a great objection.
Whatever your first objection is on the letter, that's what they're going to use. So if you were to write 2 or 3 or 4, they would just use the first one. Okay. Let's see. What else do they have on here? I mean, there's just several different ones that you can look through and click through yourself, and they'll have the dates 5/5/2023.
So this is what I imagine the this trial, this court, what you call it, is going to be like. So hopefully I don't get dinged for this. If I do, whatever, fuck it.
I'm fixing to commensurate this trial here. We gonna see if we can come up with a verdict up in here. Now, since y'all say you ain't got no money, we have proprietarily obtained for you one of them court-appointed lawyers. So put your hands together and give it up for Rico Pendejo.
You're my lawyer?
Says here you robbed a hospital. Why'd you do that?
Yeah, I'm not.
Why'd you do that?
That's not what the other lawyer said.
I mean,
Listen, you gotta get me on the stand, okay? I can explain everything. We can take him to your house. We'll show him the pod that I came here.
Shut up! Now, prosecutor, why you think you done it?
Okay, number 1, Your Honor. Just look at him.
He talks like a fag, too.
And B,
just look at him.
All this, like, evidence of how, like, this guy didn't even pay at the hospital. And I heard that he doesn't even have his tattoo. I know, and I'm all, you gotta be shitting me. But check this out, man. Judge should be like, guilty. Peace.
There it is right there.
Objection!
What are you
There it is.
objectifying on?
Come on, just get me on the stand.
Okay. Your Honor, I object that this guy also broke my apartment to shit. Yeah. And you know what else? I object that he's not gonna have any money to pay me after he pays back all the money he stole from the hospital.
Don't say I stole, you're my lawyer.
And I object that he interrupted me while I was watching
Ow, my balls.
Okay! I rest my case!
Your Honor, I'm pretty sure we have a mistrial here, sir.
I'm gonna mistrial my foot up your ass, you don't shut up.
Please.
There it is. Okay. Couldn't help it.
And you'll be able to see which ones that you want to use. Okay, it's important because it was just uploaded yesterday to the ANC website. And if you haven't seen my video from yesterday, please click on my channel and watch that. I expose who the depositary is that's listed on the SEC documents in connection with Ape. And it's a big detailed explanation there. It's ComputerShare. Nobody thought it was going to be ComputerShare.
Yeah, we did.
Just thought
we knew that.
ComputerShare was a good thing to register your shares with. We had no idea they were the depositary. You got to watch that video, friends. After this one, go in my channel and watch that one. I put it up yesterday. Okay, I was first one to break that story. Okay. And
No, you were not the first to expose anything or break any story. First of all, let's get that straight. Not the first. Yeah, that has been known ever since Ape came out. So good try, nice try. Wrong.
And then also, are you so excited that you can finally get your hands on these actual documents? You know, you can
Sure
see
did.
what you need to
He
do
exposed
to
them.
check, on the settlement,
Mr. Magoo.
and all that. You just need to go to the AMC website,
No.
AMC theaters, and you'll be able to print out or just read the whole thing for yourself. Let's see. I want to see if there's anything else for you guys that I might have missed.
I don't think so. I think you got it all. That's very informative. Get your calculators. Apparently AMC is not too broke. Okay, I wanted to watch this video earlier, but I didn't. Waiting for this moment.
Guys, when you see this, I'm telling you, this is a shit show. In the Marine Corps or in the military, you call it a shit show. This is FUBAR. Fucked up beyond all repair. What I'm about to read here, and what I just went through getting Investor Connect. Thanks. Woo! I saw your post. It got me sparked on this tonight. Just sitting around the house reading. But no, man. See, this is the kind of stuff, man. Making it hard for us. They don't want the 3.8 million to wake up. I'm telling you, this whole thing is a farce and a setup. It's designed to basically destroy everything that we've done and legally do it so that at the end of it all, we have no recourse. I'm telling you, there's too much friction. There's too much crap coming back from the Fabulous Five and certain influencers and the way they're doing this and the way they were trying to...
Fabulous Five?
Come on, man. Think. And this is my opinion, personal opinion, but just looking at it, I just keep shaking my head. I'm like, this is an entire setup. Because once they go through this entire process, we can't do nothing about it. Stock doesn't squeeze. People eventually sell off. Ownership switches hands. They dilute. All that kind of stuff we've talked about. Dude, that's their...
Yeah, and you know what? And the company fucking survives. And the company survives. And you guys go down in history as the worst fucking investors ever.
Like, how do you not
Jesus Christ.
see that? Like, everything...
Alternative being, there is a short squeeze and the company doesn't survive. But most of them end up losing money anyway. But, you know, that's fantasy. Who are the Fabulous Five, by the way? Who's that? Fabulous Five. No clue.
About it says that. Finally getting a chance tonight to read through some documents, but I want to point this out. This is your chance, guys. Wake up 3.8 million. This is your opportunity to object. If you don't do it now, forever hold your peace. It literally states, in other words, the settlement hearing is your last opportunity to be heard if the proposed settlement is approved. So I was watching Fartekalekas's video and or his posting he made, sorry, and he was talking about getting an Investor Connect. He's been there for a couple years, and he had a hard time getting in. He couldn't get his passwords. He had to literally recreate a new account, making it tough. So I wanted to go look, go find out, go to Investor Connect. Just a whole bunch of stuff here, like where do I look, what do I do? I'd already obviously got logged in. Hello, Mike, find your theater. I'm like, man, where do I go to get this information about the lawsuit, right? So True. If you don't know where you're looking, you don't know what you're doing, it's not that easy to discover where's this information. I mean, obviously, it's not blaring real big. So I'm just kind of messing around on the website. I recommend you to do the same thing. You can read the document. Document's extremely long. Just to get a point across, that's probably what they do. They probably make everything long and confusing. Hey, look at that. They're promoting Adam Aaron. Of course, follow him on his Twitter page. Get all the answers. Man, where is this? I mean, you see what I mean, guys? You just scroll through. It's like, where do you go? And I'm like, well, it has to do with stocks, so let's click on investor relations. Let's see what happens here. Doo-doo. All right. Here we go. Now we see the corny earnings. And there we go. We see it right somewhere. What is all this crap? What am I looking at? You guys know I already pre-recorded this, and now I'm having to do a voiceover over top of, I don't even know what I'm looking at. There we go. So notice of pendency of stockholder. Well, let's see what's down here. Press releases out, nothing up there. All right, let's go ahead and click on that, and let's open it up. Presentation details, okay. Let's see, contact information. John Merriweather. The quickest way to receive IR assistance is dumb money. You gotta sit and read through all of this crap. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Just page after page after page after page. And I know the majority of most people won't take the time to read it. As, for example, I just scrolled through and just slowed down a little, see if there's anything that stood out to me. Slow down a little. Just look. You might see something. Something might pop out. And then let's get to the bottom. And yeah, this is what they do, man.
Matt is the last
So
one.
what they do,
Oh,
though,
boy.
like I was just saying, if you look through there, maybe it's because it's on my phone, but look, it says view this presentation PDF. I don't see anything else, nothing that stands out. I put a little arrow and a circle around that because that was what I had to click on. And I didn't even know I needed to click on it. It's not like it said click here. So this is just...
Okay. So what is everybody become retarded? Like what? Oh boy, Uncle Frank. Thank you for watching my channel. My name's Uncle Frank, and I'm not a financial advisor.
My trading and market updates. This is Uncle Frank, and I'm not a financial advisor, nor is any of the content to be construed as financial advice. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. Please remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed the presentation, and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you're alerted when I have new information to share. So now let's get into the latest updates.
Sweet.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. I hope you're getting excited about this week's trading because
getting so excited.
The week is filled with swans and potential landmines for our predatory short hedge fund friends. Let's kick it off with an article from Zero Hedge. Headline, "It's spooky. Stanford professor warns thousands of U.S. banks are potentially insolvent." From the article, following the collapse of First Republic last week, the meltdown of 3 other banks, and the Fed Reserve...
Oh, yes. Zero Hedge.
The 10th straight hike in an aggressive campaign to tame elevated inflation, a professor of finance at the Stanford Graduate School of Business presented a grim warning that the regional banking dominoes are falling. In a New York Times opinion piece titled, "Yes, You Should Be Worried About a Potential Bank Crisis. Here's Why," Professor Amit Saru wrote, quote, "The fragility and collapse of several high-profile banks are most likely not an isolated phenomenon." He said, "A damaging combination of fast-rising interest rates, major change..."
Yeah, this is why we don't look at these sources, because Zero Hedge is pseudoscience, conspiratorial, low factual reporting, originating from Bulgaria. No, sorry, Frank. Zero Hedge is bullshit. Let's skip past that.
They're warning about...
Because now everybody's crying about a banking crisis, apparently, I guess. Okay.
Now on Friday, the S&P 500 closed up 1.85%. The Dow up 1.6%.
So, I guess, I don't know I don't know. Are these actual real people here, Ron? I have no idea who any of these people are or what any of this stuff is. But that's not that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But this is what Ron put in. Oh, oops, this. I don't know who the hell these people are. I have never heard of any of these people. I mean, obviously the pictures, whatever. Plus there's only 4 there, so I don't know. But right, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. I don't know. Are these actual people? Never heard of them. I don't know. I thought we were talking about ape math. Okay, all right, that's fair.
6.5. The NASDAQ up 2.25%. The Russell up 2.39%. Crude oil up 4.03%. Keep an eye on that. But the article that caught my eye from MoneyWise at Yahoo Finance, quote, "It's going to be ugly. This CEO is issuing a dire warning about U.S. real estate, saying areas will be destroyed." And from the article, the commercial real estate market is tumbling toward a crash that could be as devastating as the 2008-09 crisis, according to the CEO of a real estate investment firm. Patrick
that's who I fucking trust.
CEO of Carroll sounded the alarm about the state of the U.S. commercial real estate market.
This feels like an infomercial.
CNBC, quote, "The party's over, unfortunately," he said. "The market's going to be destroyed. Hotels are going to be destroyed. It's going to be ugly."
But he still likes this one niche. What's the one niche he still likes? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Calendar and get ready for Wednesday from Wall Street Breakfast. The April CPI report, due out on May 10th, is the headliner event of the week, with economists forecasting a 0.3% month-over-month increase in inflation.
We would not be surprised.
And a 5.5% year-over-year gain. Following up the CPI print, the latest update on producer prices will be released on the next day, May 11th, to also give inflation watchers another talking point. Seeking Alpha analyst John Matson said in his breakdown of the recent Fed Reserve meeting that the FOMC members are staying right on track in the fight against inflation, but pointed to other variables in the mix, such as a weakening U.S. dollar and bank liquidity issues. Where is Uncle Frank on the matter? I am hoping for a surprise on inflation to the downside to build on these recent rallies and to take the predatory short hedge funds by surprise. Here's me rooting for a face-melting rally midweek. And here's another.
A face-melting rally so that you can smoke the shorts, okay? I can't even follow what the fuck he's talking about here. What is this? What is he trying to say? He said that they're expecting inflation to be higher, but he wants a fucking rally? Okay. What the fuck?
Rooting for a face-melting rally midweek.
I swear, Ron, it is. It is UFO reporting at this point. I mean,
and here's another.
I swear to God, I'm more lost than when I started 30 minutes ago here.
From another contributor at Seeking Alpha. Energy prices are likely to have risen during the month, and food prices are not anticipated to show the deceleration that they did in March. Airfares and healthcare insurance are 2 categories expected to see a month-over-month decline. Seeking Alpha contributor Craig Earlham contended that core inflation, which strips out the volatile food and energy prices, might only slow a bit, but that should start to fall more quickly in the coming months as the housing lag will better reflect softening rent and home prices. And if that wasn't enough, we should be watching Disney and the debt ceiling. Headline from Yahoo Finance, inflation, Disney, debt ceiling. What to know this week. From the article, key inflation data, quarterly results from Disney, and an increasingly contentious debate over the looming national debt limit await investors in the week ahead. For investors, Wednesday morning's Consumer Price Index report for April will be the week's biggest release, with markets looking for signs of a further slowdown in consumer prices. Now, guys, this is the chart that's got Uncle Frank
so they can
excited
rally the market more.
surprise to the downside on inflation. This chart from Yahoo Finance is titled, Inflation Continues Cooling Down in the U.S. U.S. Consumer Price Index, year-over-year change since 1970. You can see on the right, that chart is hooking sharply down. Maybe we can get another print that way. And now shifting to AMC, things couldn't be more exciting in the theater and movie business. Check this headline from Variety. The Super Mario Brothers movie smashes $500 million at domestic box office. From the article, Wahoo! The Super Mario Brothers movie crossed $500 million at the domestic box office, becoming one of only 19 films to ever surpass that benchmark. Yeah, the theaters are dead. At this point, the animated video game adaptation from Universal, Illumination, and Nintendo is the highest grossing.
When did anybody ever say theaters are dead? Too, by the way.
And globally with $1.15 billion. Congratulations. And
congratulations to who? Congratulations. Congratulations. All this money was made. Has nothing to do with me. Congratulations, guys. Let's celebrate, I guess. I don't know.
Mario Brothers
How weird.
Variety. Box
How
office.
weird.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 kicks off summer movie season with $114 million debut.
Oh, they're up to number 3 on this already. Wow.
And for you yes voters that doubt Uncle Frank and believe that I'm against the company, I already got my Guardians of the Galaxy popcorn tin, my collectible tickets, and a commemorative mug for Fast X. And our number one competitor in the United States closed another one. The abrupt closure of Hookset, Regal Cinemas on Thursday has left Concord residents wondering about the fate of the company's Loudon Road location. Why am I telling you about it? Because the Concord location was not on the list of expected closures, but neither was the Hookset Theater in New Hampshire. And I've got something for you Mullen fans from Quiver Quantitative. Look at that whale activity. 4 closed, 6 decreased, 22 held, 12 increased, and 16 new. On Friday, Mullen managed to close at $1.50, up 2.04%. But then in the after-hour session, it rose another 7 cents, or 4.67%. Now, based on that last price of $1.50, we've already gone through the first resistance point for Monday at $1.54. So be looking for resistance at $1.59 and $1.65. And even though the whole world rallied on Friday, short sellers managed to push AMC down to a closing price of $5.89 after an amazing earnings call, down 0.51%. The Ape finished flat at $1.56, bringing the combined price of AMC and Ape to $7.45.
MyAMCApe.com.
35.6 million.
Stop calculating.
Now, based on that last price of $5.89, be looking for support to the downside at levels $5.66, $5.44, and $5.21. To the upside, be looking for resistance at points $6.11, $6.34, and $6.56. Now, over the past 24 hours over at Reddit, AMC has moved into the 6th position with 150 mentions, which is up 5%. XRP is in the 11th position with 83 mentions, up 108%. And speaking of Ripple XRP, XRP Flare United posted from Blockchain Daily just in, reportedly Ripple and the SEC to hold an undisclosed meeting on May 8th from an unconfirmed source. And in former Ape news from Yahoo Finance on Twitter, amateur trader Matt Coors said he lost nearly $30,000 betting on the recovery of First Republic. Burnt by the trade, the 28-year-old decided it made more sense to bet that regional lenders would decline. No comment. Now, these are the kind of headlines that keep me.
Target, Office Depot, and Walmart are closing stores, but you still think AMC is going to the moon. What's wrong with these people? But yeah, Target, Office Depot, Walmart. I was looking for any office supply store, Office Depot, Office Max, Staples. They are getting to be kind of rare. And I know one of them was acquired by one of the other ones, but yeah.
me going, and I'm going to close with it. I want you people to know you reap what you sow.
Oh yeah, I saw that too, Ron.
UBS is already thinking about selling Credit Suisse. Now, I want you to think about that. This is the bank that was short AMC. This is the bank that put a 95-cent price target on AMC. This bank was founded in 1856, right? It closed Friday at just under 87 cents. Reuters reports that UBS is reviewing options for its recently acquired Credit Suisse takeover, including keeping the investment bank and selling the rest, potentially via an IPO. Guys, what goes around comes around. I told you. Hey, I want to thank you for watching, and please remember to hit the like.
What goes around comes around. He told us. So Credit Suisse is getting screwed because they put such a low price target on AMC. That's what I'm hearing. That is legitimately fucking retarded. Okay. No. Wow. Okay. How about Lou? What's Lou saying these days?
All right, this video is where I'm gonna, I guess, say my piece on whether I think Ape is gonna outrun AMC, because there's a lot of people that believe that we should have the reverse split merger and dilution, and during that time, Ape will run out of control. Look, originally I got back into AMC via Ape. Remember, I used to have my one share Ape as a novelty thing, and then I started to see the price spread. And I said to myself, if they're going to do a reverse split, that price has to come together. So I said, okay, I'll just put some money on Ape. And that's what I was planning on doing based on the reverse split. Because I
Lou's looking older to me. Lou's aging.
Thing on it. Should I explain that theory before it happened? But understand something. The court case came in and prevented AMC from doing the reverse split and, doing the settlement with Allegheny. It delayed it, and it's delaying them well into summer. So, because that happened, I said to myself, wait a minute. That means that AMC doesn't have anything right now to stop it in case it starts to run. So that's what Ape was. Ape was always the counterbalance. Now we all know that because obviously, that's what I said back there in the space call. Now it's coming out. I didn't know anything about Operation Popcorn back then, but I kind of put my two brain cells together. And
something's happened. Something's going on with Lou here. Maybe he does actually have all those medical problems.
Sure enough. They turned around. They
saggy.
They rigged this vote ahead of time. So that's no longer anymore my hypothesis. That's fucking facts. So when I saw that Ape was not going to be able to be used the way they anticipated, I moved over to AMC and I bought some AMC, and I'm over there. Now, if you take a look at when Popcorn was able to put in the 8K, he filed it stating that they reached a settlement with Allegheny. Like, they were really dying to get this thing resolved. And then the court stopped it, like, yeah, we're not doing that. That's when the shift started to occur. Now, you remember when he filed that, AMC went down, Ape went up. It was like instantaneously, like, wow, how the fuck can the market react to that? But nonetheless,
algos.
If there was going to be a reverse split merger,
they instantaneously understand everything. Don't you know this
all
yet?
That kind of stuff. Ape would have a bigger run up just because.
Ooh, space calls.
To close up the gap.
Totally forgot about space calls.
As it is right now, since that's on the side, I know a lot of people are like, no, we have to vote. We have to vote yes, and that's where we're going to be, and Popcorn's going to save us. Yo, I had somebody email me like, what would I, about interviewing Adam, like extending an offer to him.
Interviewing Adam.
So I just want to show you what that would be like. Okay, like ask Adam, like, why did he create Ape and all this stuff like that. So pretend I'm interviewing him now. There's the fearless leader. Now I'm going to put my piece now.
You want to embarrass me, make a fool out of me? You didn't gamble? Tell me you gambled the fucking money. I'll give you the fucking money to put the fucking heat on. Here, get the fuck out of here.
Was that my cousin Vinny?
Let me find out you fucked up. I'll leave you wherever I find you.
That would be the interview I would have with Popcorn. So you don't want me to have that interview. Anyway, that being said, I look at it like this.
You want to embarrass me, make a fool out of me? You didn't gamble?
I love that. Let me tell you something. If you think that popcorn is going to deliver you the goods, God bless you. I mean, I'm not against your theory or whatever. I started back with the ape rising in price to close up for the reverse split. But please understand, as long as this thing is being delayed, ape right now is kind of like parked. Now it's heavily shorted, the whole thing, and it's going to have its moment because it's individual. Now it's over here. So if AMC starts to run, ape is going to move with it. But as far as ape outdoing AMC right now, no. But if you wanna think popcorn, because there's a lot of people on YouTube that are like, no, he's just doing the smart play, 3D chess, and no. They do like a 3-dimensional, 7-dimensional chess. Yeah, I'll leave you with this one. Look. Here's the master of your chess. You think this motherfucker is gonna deliver that? I can't. Giant love motherfuckers. I'll be back. Some chicken apocalypse news. I'll be back. Hold on a second.
Okay. Well, I don't know what the fuck that was about. It says the same thing 100 times over and over. It sounds like, yeah, I mean, that's what all these guys are doing, basically. You know who else is doing that? It's funny because I know we have some people here who appreciate market moves with Tony, this Tony. And, well, let me first start by saying I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. Information is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. Oh, let's see what the SEC has to say. Start with this tweet. This is the same video. This is the same video that this clown has put out the last 3 fucking weeks. It's the same video. Look, he starts with the SEC sheep tweet.
And let's see what they have to say.
Don't give your money to a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Same fucking video.
Investor.gov.
Well, unfortunately, it turns out that I did give my money to a wolf in sheep's clothing. I unknowingly gave my money to market makers who naked shorted my MMTLP shares. They drove down the price from $12.50 all the way down to $2.90. A lot of people might...
No, actually, that was just people selling it because it was going to stop trading. But yeah, same video, same exact fucking video.
The security was sold before it was purchased. That means that the seller intended to buy back the shares at a later time when the price is lower.
This video came out yesterday.
Well, if you think about it, short sellers are actually selling something they don't own. That creates dilution, and that dilution depresses share prices up until
insiders and CEO
actually purchased. But what we have,
because they recognized how much value it still had, I guess. I don't know.
Had a lot of questions.
Same exact crap.
If they do not close, they should be force closed. And 140 days, and it's now close to 150 days now.
This is not how it works.
Without resolution, don't forget that a short position in a private company equals counterfeit shares.
Counterfeit shares.
Try searching for something else. So the original tweet is gone, but fortunately, of course, I have the,
Is this true, Lynn?
I've saved the stuff on slides so we can look it up. Now, so we looked at this, and we see that the first link is a Wall Street Journal.
That's a hell of a marketing campaign right there.
Saved the link, of course, and we went to that link, and what happens? Well, the Wall Street Journal says page not found. What? What's going on here? I expected to see something, but I did not see anything here. 404 page not found. So I said, okay, maybe there's something wrong with this link. Went to the Wall Street Journal and I looked up James Angel, Georgetown University.
Oh, look, another person discovers that ChatGPT makes up sources. I wonder if he actually realizes it.
In 2018, because it seems to be, about something that happened in 2018. I saw nothing. I see a bunch of ethics assault on Supreme Courts. I don't see anything about James J. Angels here. And this is the Wall Street Journal. I just looked it up directly on the Wall Street Journal. So I'm going to say that first link, that's a nix. That first link is wrong. Things are, that does not work out. So that first
Remember
link
this?
is totally
incorrect. We've been over this.
So let's look at the second link, okay? The second link is on the Washington Post. Let's have a look. Well, I went to the Washington Post, went to the link here, checked it out. And the Washington Post said, sorry, we can't find the page.
I could have told you that before you even clicked them, but...
What? What's going on here? So we looked at, so I said, okay, dang, we can't find this link. Let's look in the let's just do a search in the Washington Post directly for James J. Angel. And so I did that. I looked up James Angel in the Washington Post, Georgetown University ethics violations, and I came up with nothing. Obviously, there's nothing here about James J. Angel from Georgetown University in the Washington Post. So the second link is also a nix. That's gone, okay? So last link, let's have a look at that. Went to Bloomberg.
Oh, he's going with the
last link.
they removed the links.
Let's see.
Okay.
Sure enough, Bloomberg says, gee, page cannot be found. No web page can be found for the address. Jeez, there's nothing there. Okay, let's look it up in Bloomberg directly. Went to Bloomberg, James Angel, Georgetown University ethics, and I see nothing here. Zero. Nada. So that last link is, I'm going to say, a nix. So at this point in time, I'm going to say that I believe that ChatGPT is in error. This is likely a mistake. I am unable to find any ethics violations associated with Mr. James J. Angel of Georgetown University.
Okay.
And it's quite likely that ChatGPT just made this stuff up because if you look at ChatGPT, as Mr. Angel pointed out to me, and even as ChatGPT says, ChatGPT can occasionally hallucinate and make up stuff. So I don't know. I think ChatGPT is out in left field, and I do not see anything about Mr. James J. Angel and any ethics violations. So I apologize to Mr. Angel if I had...
Wow, you actually apologized for being wrong? Holy shit.
Now, along the way, I've heard that Mr. Angels has given a presentation to Congress, and that it... and Syntaxed has stated that she saw some slides.
Syntaxed. Oh, you guys know who she is.
You know, they've had some Georgetown University logos on it and stuff like that. So I don't believe that any presentation there is endorsed by Georgetown University. I think it's just a slide template indicating his affiliation because he naturally works there. And, you know, that's the way academics work. That's just life. So I wouldn't worry too much about Georgetown University endorsing anything that was said in those presentations. I have not seen any slides or any presentations about that. So I don't really know what James J. Angel said to Congress, but...
Said you don't deserve to be rich, Tony. That's what he said.
I don't believe he understands the MMTLP situation right now. I think it's likely that he just took material straight out of the FINRA MMTLP FAQ and presented that to Congress. Again, I have not spoken to Mr. Angels, but if I am wrong, please let me know. Let's have a discussion, and let's figure out what's going on, okay? I'm open to chatting. I'm open to talking to you. I would like to have a discussion either in public or in private with you. It doesn't matter.
Wow. Okay.
I also believe that John Berta is available. I believe he reached out and would like to talk with you. And again, this is to Mr. Angel. I believe Mr. Berta has made himself available to you, and he'd like to discuss the situation with you. Okay, but that's my message to Mr. Angel. However, now I believe that Pete Sessions, who invited Mr. Angel in to talk to other congressmen, he wrote a letter to George Pallikaris, and that letter indicated that, I believe the letter indicated that Pete Sessions fully understood what the MMTLP situation is. So I don't know what happened there, because to me it seems as though he fully understood what was going on, and hard to... I made a tweet to Gary Gensler and the SEC. I said, you took way too long to clear up the short problem. This is not just a problem for MMTLP. This is in general a short problem. Now, shorts are attacking banks, and I think it's basically your fault, Gary Gensler and the SEC.
What?
If you try to get Congress...
God, this is so fucking brain dead. Shorts are attacking the banks. Give me a fucking break. The poor banks. The poor bank stocks. Go fuck yourself. God damn it.
It's FINRA's contention that...
Oh my God, how fucking brain dead.
To do with the short position in MMTLP, they were trying to do everything to resolve settlement and clearance problems. Great. Okay, if that's the case, then you should have no problem with my solution, because, I believe that the problem had to do with shorts. Okay, I believe, but FINRA says the problem had...
Well, of course you think that, because you think every problem springs from shorts, because you don't understand how it fucking works.
You say, FINRA...
Jesus Christ.
That your U3 halt had nothing to
And that's what I was saying too, Model 3 dude.
if
Smart
your U3
move,
halt
big
had nothing
lots.
to do with saving your short hedge fund buddies and had everything to do with settlement and clearance, just do what I said, because there would be no settlement and clearance problems then at that point, right?
You guys don't have Ollie's bargain outlets, do you? Ollie's bargain outlets. Get good stuff for cheap. So this is kind of like our, well, at least here in Northeast Ohio thing here, Ollie's, and they have, I can't remember if I bought hot sauce there once, but they have stuff like, I don't know. Well, you can just see it looks like cleaning buyout. Anyway,
everything gets settled and cleared. All short positions are closed.
We have Dollar General, we have Family Dollar and all that crap. But to me, those are rip-off stores. You know, I don't understand those stores. But Ollie's is like a it's like Big Lots. It's like you know, the printing was off on the label, or one of the colors was shifted by half an inch or something, or this stuff is like you know, damaged in some small way, or it's short coated food. Is that what that means? Short coated, like it expires in 20 days or something. But you know, I got some great deals at Ollie's before.
Reconcile the short and expert hydrocarbon shares, FINRA. That's all I have to say. Next, let's talk about GTII.
Oh, GTII.
I happen to have mentioned GTII a while back. You know, a few videos ago, I said I bought some shares in GTII. The price is currently about $1.30 right now, as of Friday. And
what the hell?
Of course, is that
what is wrong with this guy?
GTII was to do a
here we go.
Stock dividend.
Futures open in about 40 seconds. Sorry, 40 seconds. Okay. Now, yeah. All right. There we go. So, I guess we'll just pause here for a minute and see. But he bought GTII. Why? Okay. On common stock dividend. Big Lots buys overruns, not damaged, so they have to buy all the overstock, not partials. Products are exact to regular stores. That might be the same. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah. All I know is it's cheap. It's inexpensive for certain things. And there we go, 6 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. So, wow. I don't even know what I'm looking at, to be honest with you. I'm like I said, I'm still so far out of it. I have no idea. So all I know is Friday was like one of the dumbest trading days I've ever seen, but which every day is in these days, one bag to another. I didn't see any spaces out there either. It's kind of odd. What's the deal with the spaces? I mean, according to Lou, that's where all the data, that's where, you know, that's where you learn everything. God. Okay. Well, we'll come back and check on the futures once something happens. But you know, we should have Ron on here. We should have Ron on here. What do you say, Ron?
Holders again in our brokerage accounts. That's what I think happens. We have this interesting tweet by Tony AI or Tony Al T Shamery, and interestingly enough, he's got he recorded a call to his broker, and let's hear.
Here we go again with this crap.
This is going around because it's quite an interesting call. Let's hear.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yep. Have you ever heard of a master certificate?
No, I was talking about the GTII special dividend certificates. Like that's
right.
what I want, just the special.
Those,
yeah.
Right. So those are on what we call a master certificate. So basically, GTII made this really big certificate that probably has thousands and thousands of shares, and you are entitled to 3,750 of them.
Okay.
That master certificate is a physical piece of paper. So we have to request GTII and the transfer agent.
So that was the end of that particular video, but there is a further follow-on tweet. Let's hear what the further tweet has to say.
Paper. So we have to request GTII and the transfer agent to reprint that stock certificate to break off your shares. Right now, GTII is going through some sort of reorganization, or there's going through internal legal action. They have paused everyone's ability to be able to get those shares for now. That pause may end tomorrow, or it may end in 3 months. For more information, you'll have to talk to GTII. I'll take a look at it over the next few months. But right now, we are unable to get your shares out of that master certificate.
What are you talking about? That legal? You're talking about the lawsuit?
Yes, that could be the reason that the shares are on hold.
So you guys have my shares on hold?
Not Fidelity. If you were at any other brokerage firm, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, any other firm, they would also be on hold there because of probably the lawsuit.
What does that lawsuit has to do with my shares? The lawsuit has nothing to do with the special dividends.
Until GTII releases that hold, we are unable to take the shares off. This is GTII's problem.
Okay. All right. Okay, then. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay. Yes, I'll take a look at it over the next few months, and if I see any update, I'll be sure to contact you. That way we can get those shares broken off.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, happy to help. Have a great day, sir.
You
Bye.
do the same. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so a couple things that I find just to be weird there. Okay, first off, these are restricted shares. That basically means that you cannot sell the shares, but you should have the shares in your account as regular common stock that you cannot sell. Okay, and it just represents 10%, so you should have an additional 10% shares in there. Having that additional 10% shares in there would give you extra collateral. It would give you an increased balance in your particular account. So you should have that. Okay, not having the shares in there basically means that your account is being given a $0 valuation because Fidelity doesn't have the shares, or the broker doesn't have the shares. That's ludicrous. Okay, you should have those additional shares in there. Okay, now secondly, the fact of the matter is they should know what a restricted share is, right? Because these brokers often have something, where they can, for instance, companies often have this thing called, companies often have restricted shares that they offer to their employees. They're called restricted stock units, RSUs, okay? These show up in employees' accounts as restricted stock units. They have restricted shares that will become, available to them at a certain point in time, but the value of those shares fully shows up in their account. Okay, that means that those shares have a value. Right now, Fidelity is saying, well, the shares have no value because they're in this great big entity that they can't break up, which is ludicrous. No. Restricted shares were issued. Brokers know how to deal with restricted shares. They should simply say you have restricted shares in your account. They shouldn't come up with this weird, God knows what rigmarole story this is. This is obviously not the case. You have restricted shares in your brokerage account, and it should say that you have restricted shares, not that you have contra shares or a placeholder for shares or you have a portion of a big lot of shares. No. Very simple. You should have restricted shares in your account. Okay, that's what should be said. Why was that not said? I don't know. It sounds as though either the broker is incompetent, which I doubt, because they have to go through this thing called a licensing setup, where they understand what restricted shares are. They should know more than you do because they're supposed to tell you. The fact that you know more than they do is not a good situation for brokers. It makes them look like idiots, or it makes FINRA's certification of these brokers, because they certify these brokers to have passed this thing called a Series 6 or a Series 7 license in order to become employed by these stockbrokers. That certification is useless if they have no idea what's going on. I mean, give me a freaking break. They should know more. Okay, they should be able to tell you what I said. But the fact that they're not indicates that either they don't know, which is incompetence, or they're hiding something, which is corruption. One or the other. Maybe both. Who knows? Okay. One or the other. Maybe both. And that's going on with GTII. Also, this thing called 1-800 Law Firm looks like it's about to hit sometime around May 15th or so. Again, dates are probably not a good idea when dealing with this because this is an ongoing corruption issue. But again, the price was around 130 on Friday, and this is what the price looked like, and I decided to buy some. I decided to buy some because, quite frankly, I had mentioned that I thought that it was a pretty good deal. And
pretty good deal?
In this video, I'm going to do something a little bit odd. I'm going to tell you exactly how my thought process works on buying. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Of course, this information is intended for entertainment and educational purposes only. I'm telling you the reasoning that I chose to buy shares on Friday and how that worked, okay? So basically, for me to buy shares, there are multiple decisions that take place, right? I separate the decision of whether or not I'm going to buy with when I'm going to buy, okay? The timing is a completely separate decision to me to the decision to buy, okay? So my decision to buy was made a long time ago. Okay, my decision to buy was made a long time ago based upon, initially, you just look at an analyst price target. They think that GTII should be worth, on average, $24.48. So the average price target for analysts is above $24. They have an excellent management that is actively fighting shorts right now. I believe this to be the case. There are multiple catalysts that can cause this stock price to go up. I'm not going to list those catalysts out. I recommend you check out Ace in the Holes videos.
Okay. All right.
To 1,000, right?
So,
buy it.
Great.
Different message.
Very good due diligence process. Ron, are you there, my friend?
What's up?
Ron, hey, what's happening, man? Yeah, absolutely. Hear you? What's going on? Yeah. Welcome.
Waiting on Lynn. She's slacking.
She'll be here. So
I need my wingman.
Yeah, she's a good wingman. She's a good wingman.
Yes, yeah.
So you recently started trading futures, is that right?
I'm working on it. I have my account all set up, ready to go. I just been so busy with work, I haven't gotten a chance to actually jump in, but I'm ready.
Yeah. You're ready?
Account's ready. So
yeah. So what's what is your so you use Thinkorswim, or is that the plan, or
Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. I like it. Actually, Chat GPT, you can write think script with it, and it freaking works awesome. So
Oh, for like indicators, or I'm not
yeah,
really familiar
indicator
with.
studies,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
strategies, all that stuff.
Okay. Man,
Which
I
I
wonder
think
if
you
it.
can do with like Trading View, all that other stuff too. But
Yeah,
I
right.
just started kind of messing with that.
Cool. So what are you planning on trading, like the micro mini ES or the NASDAQ, or like what
Yeah,
what is
yeah, I'm
your.
gonna mess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right now, I'm sticking with the micros just because of the obvious. But let's see, what do I got here?
So that's like, is it like $10 per point, or I forget exactly how that works. It's like the pricing
Let
on
me
it,
double
but
check here.
yeah, but
Actually,
basically.
have mine up.
Oh, okay.
So I do the MES,
Mm-hmm.
$1.25 a tick.
Well, $1.25 a tick,
Ticks
right?
up
And a tick is
quarter.
a quarter. It's a
Yeah.
quarter, right? 25 cents per tick.
Yep. Quarter a
Right.
tick.
So that means that the price basically moves by increments of a quarter. Um,
Yep.
so you're not going to see. You're only going to see, 25, 50, 75, and even dollars,
Yeah, it's
and
not
then
going to be a moneymaker, but
right. But I mean, yeah,
get my feet wet.
sure. Um, cool. Awesome.
Plus, I'll
Yeah.
still do a little day trading.
Yeah. So what are you
I
planning
banged
on?
top Monday for like $800. I was done for the week.
Nice. Yeah. Hell yeah. Um, let's see, what was I going to ask? So, you have what time of day are you going to trade, just kind of whenever, or in the evenings, or did that factor into your decision to
Well,
check out futures,
yeah,
or
that absolutely. I can pretty much trade all the time with my
yeah.
futures, so
Yeah.
it's really hard for me traveling and everything to try and day trade,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
especially
I'd
with
imagine.
the way everything is right now. It's so volatile. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't dare take your eyes off anything, and even the alerts. By the time you get to it,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
you
it's
might
it's
be
too late.
screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Set your stop loss and stuff like that. But still, I mean, I miss good runs because I'm busy and I can't get to my phone or get to a computer.
Yeah.
So
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, good deal. Yeah, I haven't I just kind of started paying attention to the futures market, like, I don't know, a couple years ago, and through Tasty Trade and their videos, and then I said, yeah, something cool to do on Sunday, maybe have this live stream centered around that, and then look at some of the other videos and stuff, and so that's where it came from. But I have never traded futures actually, so I kind of looking to you and your journey on this is kind of like, I don't know, we'll see how it goes for you, right? Hopefully it
yeah,
goes well.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
I mean, it's not like I'm going to blow up my account with the micros, so
yeah,
I hope I don't. You never know, I guess, but
you never know. Um, and then you could get into the futures options, the options on the futures. I don't know if that's something that you've
yeah,
even looked at all, or thought
I've
about.
I've kind of looked into it just a little bit, not anything where I'd be comfortable doing it.
Sure. Yeah, it's a little.
Or I could just go full on like an ape and just wad
You
it
could.
all in there
Yeah, I mean, why not?
and then bitch. Yeah, it's not my fault.
Yeah, right. So were you um were you an ape at one point, or have you always
I
sort of
did
been
have
on the
AMC.
sidelines?
I wasn't much of one though.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of it was when I first started and I didn't know any better. I got caught up in the BS,
Yeah.
listening to these morons,
Oh,
which I was a
yeah.
moron too, still am, but
Yeah, absolutely. Same here.
a
I mean,
different kind of moron now.
right.
It's Yeah, I just kind of figured out on my own there that I could just, buy dips and sell and stuff like that on it because it was really volatile and there was a nice swing every day that I could kind of pick up on. So I wasn't much of a holder.
Yeah.
And I wasn't crazy, like stuck every dime that I have in. I started out my account at like $500.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's good. Yeah, that's what I've always done too.
I was not going to put a pile in and get my butt kicked, but I had been studying stocks for a long time.
Okay.
And I had been, paper trading for quite a while, and then I kind of went away from it. And then I got some time, so I got back into the market. And so far, it's worked out good. I've been profitable this year.
That's awesome. That's good. I mean, that's the goal.
Yeah.
So you aren't an ape then, that's for sure.
No, last year, my first year doing it, I lost $1,000.
I mean, even that, like, yeah, hell, I'll take that. Yeah, that's good. I mean, and see, you were trading mostly like just stocks, not really options. I know you said you were wanting to get into option trading,
To
but
begin with, don't even ask me what I was doing because I don't even know. I just kind of it was winging it sometimes.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean,
I thought I figured things out and knew what the hell I was doing, but I was just getting lucky. I think.
Right. Yeah, there's a saying that sometimes I would mention on here. It's just when you think you figured out the key to the stock market, the market changes the lock. And I feel like that like I mean, I can't identify enough with that. Like I feel like that's um just so true. Like whenever I feel like I got it, now I understand. Now I understand now. And then yeah, lock's been changed. All of my shit is out on the side of the road. And it's like, yeah, good luck. Good luck next time. So, yeah. But we've come across a few of those sayings, that like that we like and like, well, if it's obvious, it's obviously wrong. I really like that one as well
Yeah,
because I
that's a
feel
great
like
one. I like
everything
the overhead supply.
overhead supply is another great concept that
Overhead supply is my favorite.
it
It's
really
so true.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? I mean, it makes a lot of sense. And we
yeah,
see it play out
for sure.
all the time in AMC and all these crappy stocks. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's all
GTII.
you guys.
I mean,
GTII. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, I got GTII up on the screen now. I mean, this was $50 at the beginning of 2021.
Yeah, it had a good
No,
run.
wait a minute.
I was
That's the
watching.
wrong
I
one.
never did get
That's the
into
wrong
it,
one.
but I had it on a watch list for a while there, and I saw it
Yeah.
crank, and I just
Okay, it got up to almost $10. There's
you're
another
better off staying
GTII.
the frick out of these things.
Oh yeah. I mean, I tell you what, the only other, well, okay, AMC traded a little bit of that, but Bed Bath and Beyond, I used to trade actually. I used to trade that one sometimes. I used to trade options. This was in 2022. Yeah, it was last year. And yeah, I did pretty well here and there. And then I saw it was delisted, so that sucks. And got moved to OTC, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
man,
the worst thing you could do is wake up in the morning or be locked out in the middle of the night and find out that these a-holes got delisted and or something catastrophic happened like they do. I mean, you don't hold this garbage overnight, especially don't hold it forever.
yeah.
How dumb.
Well, and it's a whole mindset, I think, of I'm screwing over the short
Yeah,
sellers
I
by
think
not
it's a
selling.
community too,
Absolutely. And this guy you've met, I'm sure, bad back around here in the channel and our little community. He's his thing is like these people were looking for a like a club or a social group or friends or something.
Yeah.
Like this goes so much
Yeah, friends.
beyond the realm of stocks,
Yeah, yep. It seems like they all have their little clique, especially if you
Mhm.
listen to them in spaces. They're joking amongst each other, and it's pretty inside. I mean, you can do that without stuffing yourself into a worthless stock. I mean,
Right. Yeah. Definitely. definitely. But you know, there's something about commiserating on things like this, maybe too, um, like suffering through it together. I guess I don't know. Like it was always
Yeah.
bizarre to me that why would you and Lynn, I don't know if Lynn's I think Lynn's here now, but we had this discussion, you know, in 2021 on this channel. Why would you what wait a minute. First of all, I don't care what you're trading. Like I don't care what you have and like everybody like saying their positions is weird. But beyond that, like, you know, you probably know how to play cards, poker, something, you know, even freaking Uno.
Yeah,
You
poker.
don't want to show the other players what cards you have. Like, and I don't
Oh
like,
yeah.
I don't see, you know, I don't know if it really matters at the end of the day, but I mean, everybody knows what is expected. Like everybody knows what these people expect to happen. So how could you expect it to happen? Like that is the craziest thing to
Yeah,
me.
like Manuel just said, I mean, they came for the MOAS, but stayed for the community.
Yeah, right. Yes, and there's so
And
many
just
variations of that.
lost everything.
Right? Came for the MOAS, stayed for fundamentals. You know, came for MOAS, stayed for the popcorn. I mean, you know, it could just be whatever. But yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be a get rich quick.
It just
It's like
Yeah, it just blows my mind that they're still unable to actually like, just go on YouTube and find like somewhat reputable people and figure out what they're doing wrong. They just refuse to do that.
it really is
It's just, you're
fascinating.
wrong. It's the markets. It's the short sellers.
Right.
Dude, everybody short sells. I short sell.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, there are legitimate that's why this whole discussion about, oh, they're going to ban short selling. I think it's garbage. I think that there's a snowball's
Oh,
chance in hell that
yeah.
that will
Well,
happen.
you know exactly what's going to happen to the market when they do it. I mean,
Right. Well, and I've
done
been
it
saying
before.
that like tongue in cheek, actually, because, you know, we want the market. I'm not very, I'll be upfront about being a bear in this market. You know, I've been pretty bearish and I still
Oh yeah.
am.
Yep.
So with that out of the way, last time that this happened in 2008, what happened? The stocks went down anyway. So, and Manuel knows this because I
You
joked
always
about it
have
with
to have
him.
a yin and a yang. I
Right.
mean,
There has to
that's the
be
way it
that.
is in life,
Right.
no matter what.
Exactly.
Yep.
And short selling, in a sense, is a cushion to like free falling prices because at some point, your short sellers are going to step in and start buying. That's going to have like a bit of a springboard effect on the price because somebody shorted it. So somebody's going to be buying it at those low levels to replace those
Yep.
shares. So there's that. But then I joke, well, maybe we should ban it so that the market will finally go down and stay down. But
That needs to
jokingly,
happen.
I mean, it seems like anymore it's so artificially levitated or something. I don't know. I mean, not
Oh yeah.
artificially. It's money is money, but should it be, and I always get into trouble with these words, what should happen? Who knows what should happen? But yeah.
And generally, I mean, if you're in a stock that has a high, you know, short interest, whatever,
hmm
generally it's probably because it's a piece of shit.
Right. Right. Yeah. And that
I
so
mean,
that's
just saying.
right. There's a reason why. And so that's
Yeah.
another thing. That's another good point. It's like, and we've been pretty against like the whole notion of short squeeze investing, short squeeze, trying to create short squeezes, all this garbage. I've been pretty upfront about that being garbage itself. I'm not, I'm not going to like stake any money on like the fact that we think we can make this happen. I mean, I think if anything, 2021 showed, well, first of all, they tried to say 20 they, and I realize that that's a naked they right there. But they, the media tried to put out all this garbage like the Reddit revolution, the retail trader revolution. Look how much power you guys have. You brought Wall Street to their knees. Well, that ended up being a bunch of garbage, of course. Because I mean, you know, yeah, if the government's not giving us free money, then we don't have, we, all of a sudden our power goes away. It's crazy. But
Yeah, that was a complete anomaly.
Yeah, it
Won't
was a
happen again.
complete anomaly, but it's like they believed it, and then now they still think that's the case, and it's like, yeah, but I'm not dumping money into worthless stocks now. I I wasn't really doing it then, but who the fuck has the money to do that? Like nothing is the same. Like nothing is the same. So, but that listening to the media is a whole other issue anyway. Um,
Yeah.
so Lynn, are you with us? I see that she's here.
I am. I'm here. I'm having some pretty radical dropout and echo. So if you can't hear me, let me know. And I have to go stand in a different spot.
No, we can hear you, I think. Can you hear her, Lynn?
Okay.
Can you hear
Awesome.
Ron?
So
Can you
how
hear?
is everybody? Awesome.
Yep, I can hear.
Wonderful.
Good,
Okay,
good.
we can all hear. Everyone's good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now this thing's about to come off the rails.
Oh, what rails?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those rails?
Yeah, it won't now.
Somewhere down underneath all of that dirt, there are rails apparently. But
I think the rails are made of lawsuits.
Jesus.
Now AMC is suing its insurers because they got to get the money to pay their part of the other lawsuit somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Insurers were supposed to be protecting them from all this, and apparently they haven't. So now AMC is lodging their own lawsuit against their insurers, and there's like 20 of them. I don't know how they could have that many different policies with that many different holders. That's a little worrisome to me. Like, expecting the worst to happen.
Right. So I just pulled up the article. I can actually share. Excuse me, I can share it. How do I share it? Yeah, here we go. So what the heck? Okay, there it is. AMC sues insurers over ape dispute as lawyers seek $20 million. So, new suit accuses insurers of breaching AMC liability policies. AMC sued nearly 20 insurance companies Friday, claiming they're breaching its liability policies by refusing to cover the cost of the lawsuit. So this is what I think this is what you're talking about, Lynn. Here.
Yeah, I didn't know it was because they weren't covering it at all. I mean, like they're just like, oh, you're on your own, kid.
Yeah.
The premiums, but we don't cover you for crazy people suing you. That's not a force majeure, or that's nowhere in the contract.
Right.
It doesn't cover that. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. It says that refusing to cover the cost of a major investor lawsuit, the theater operator plans to settle for more than $100 million. Also,
They're only suing for 20 million. They're suing their insurers for 20 million. I mean, so that's like a fifth of what they're gonna have to come up with.
Lawyers
how the apes cannot see. How can they not see that suing the company is not beneficial for anybody? It's like as I heard somebody say recently, cutting off your nose in spite of your face.
They say that.
I heard
they
somebody
say
that.
Huh.
I didn't correct them.
Yeah.
But
right.
yeah, I mean,
That's
like
a
to
funny
sue
one.
them and say, okay, now you got to cough up even more money. Now you've got even more debt. How's that going to help their MOAS cause? It's not. It's the complete opposite. It's just making things worse for the company that they're invested in. So it doesn't make any sense really on any level at all.
It says the lawsuit in Delaware Superior Court came the same day AMC disclosed smaller quarterly losses than expected. An announcement said to reflect the film industry's robust recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. It also followed hours after lawyers leading the shareholder case asked for $20 million in legal fees as part of the proposed settlement. The request was posted to AMC's investor website late Thursday and to the docket on Friday. Quote, these claims squarely fall within defendants' coverage obligations, meaning they're obligated to, among other things, pay 100% of that defense and settlement costs, AMC said in a 35-page complaint against 17 liability insurers, including these insurance companies. The new lawsuit stems from AMC's blockbuster dispute in Delaware's Chancery Court with a pension fund and 2 other shareholders who challenged its plan to convert the Ape preferred units into common stock. The move would significantly dilute the retail investors whose, quote, meme stock rally rescued the company from the brink of a pandemic-related bankruptcy. The settlement, worth more than $100 million at current trading prices, according to recent court filings, would resolve claims that the Ape conversion reflects a complex corporate engineering scheme aimed at unfairly sidelining ordinary shareholders. The deal would give each owner of common stock an additional share for every 7.5 they hold. Yada, 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 yada. So the lawyers are seeking $20 million in legal fees as part of the settlement. So it's a $100 million settlement, but then the lawyers, they want their cut. So it would be $120 million lawsuit then, from what I'm hearing here, reading here. And so that is AMC suing the insurance company because the lawyers are requesting the $20 million, but see, what it sounds like is the AMC insurance companies say, no, we're not paying that 20 million because that's part of a, whatever. We're not paying it. AMC says they should have to pay it. And here we have this lawsuit. So I don't know how this normally goes or anything about these types of cases, but it sounds like AMC is agreeing to a settlement that involves a lot of money. Where's lawyers going to get paid from? They got to get paid too. So
Right.
the insurance company,
insurance companies basically to pay for the attorneys, and the insurance company saying, no, that's not covered under your policy. We don't have a clause for being sued by crazy people.
yeah. Well, they are settling. They're settling in a lawsuit too. So I don't know if that changes any of it from that point.
They're settling the lawsuit with the insurers, or
No.
or
They're settling the suit with the suit is being settled with the 7.5 shares or whatever. So
yeah, the class action.
the class action is being settled. But great, that's great. That takes care of the shareholders, but where do the lawyers get paid from? Do they and AMC is saying, well, we're, they're suing the insurance companies because they're claiming they're breaching liability policies by refusing to cover the cost of the lawsuit. So, and the cost of the lawsuit is that 20 million in legal fees. I'm just trying to put this together in my head, make sure I have it straight here, which sounds like I do.
No, I think you do. And the insurance company is saying, no, that's not a thing that we cover. We cover fires, floods,
not a voluntary
like
settlement. Right. Like,
it's not the fact that your shareholders are coming after you for, essentially diluting their shares that have sunk in price substantially since they were purchased.
And not even just
read the letters to the judge.
Oh, the letters to the judge?
But they're classic. Yeah, they got to be classic.
I know
the judge is just like, what? That's why the judge said, no, you know what? You need to email those to the plaintiff's attorneys. That's their problem to lodge in the record.
Right.
Half of them, Lynn, are unreadable.
So, yeah, no, this is something different.
Which I really do.
Yeah, so what a shit show. I mean, it really is a shit show, but I think
it all comes back to that ape that went into that space that time.
Oh yeah.
He was talking about movies. Yeah. It's just every time I read anything, see anything, I think of that guy.
Oh my God.
It's just like a classic textbook ape.
Right. Yeah, like well, and
was that the source of origin of this whole idea? Like somebody went into a space call and said, we should sue for having our, for We should sue for our own stupidity, but is that one person just said it in a space call and then everybody rallied behind it? And next thing you know,
No, it was the one where
start with it started with the pension fund, right? And then
yeah,
the apes attached themselves.
correct.
Okay.
Yep.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
they all.
I
Yep.
didn't think that they would be that organized.
No, yeah. The what Ron would mention was that remember, and I know you were there, Lynn, because you it tickled you too. That it was like a Hollywood Reporters Association or whatever the hell it was. The very effeminate sounding gentleman was the host, and the ape came in and was saying, "You're bashing AMC stock," and they were just talking about like I forget they were just talking about
Yeah, they're coming out with popcorn.
right. Yeah. Like, it was a space that I found, it was a recording of where it was this guys came in and totally just, like, thought that they were bashing AMC. Um, oh, they were talking about, the pricing, I think, right? Wasn't it to do with, like,
Yeah, the seating arrangement and
the
stuff.
seating arrangement pricing?
Seats and all that.
And they were talking about whether they thought that was a good or bad idea, and it had nothing to do with AMC, like nothing to do with Apes, nothing to do with like they're actual like Hollywood people, like in the industry, the Hollywood Critics Association. That was it. That was it. HCA. And so their business is writing about Hollywood, writing about movies. So they go to a lot of movies, and so that was their connection to it. And this guy just came in and was totally took everything personally, which I don't understand anyway. Like, who cares? Like, what if I were an ape and I believed in the ape cause, but I hated movies? Like, or I, you know, was not a fan of movies, um, or I just happen to be, you know what, I like Regal theaters, but I'm an AMC ape. How do I deal with this? Be kind of an interesting like comic strip or something, but um
Cognitive dissonance on parade.
yeah, yes, exactly. Yep. Yep. Like, I want AMC to do well, but I also want them to go away like forever. um it's one of those walking contradictions. So let's see here. Now, can we see that Tony DeNaro was going to come, he was going to he's taking the securities exam. He's going to become a financial advisor. We see this. Um, he hasn't put out any videos lately, but the last video it was about that. Pass the securities industry essentials exam. What's on the test? 3 days ago. He must be studying this weekend, I guess. But that's a bizarre thing too. Like, what? What? I don't. Anyway.
Yeah, there's a practice exam that you can take. I took it and I think I got like 33% or something. And that was
Oh, really?
like no studying, just cold taking it. Yeah. And
Right.
then Will took it too. And I think he got like over 50%. He did actually.
Oh, that must have happened this past week when I was not really with it too much.
When you're in your fever dream.
I tell you what,
Um,
I swear to God, man. By the way, Ron, I do have a notable lack of taste in my like I can't taste anything.
Yeah, I hope it comes back for you. Mine was a mess for a while. My smell is, I still don't have much of a smell.
How long did it take for that? My God.
It's been probably a couple of years now.
Oh my God. Okay, well, don't tell me that. Lynn had COVID too. Did you have any weirdness with your sense of taste or the taste of flavors or anything?
No, food still tastes like cardboard to me.
Mm.
I have to put jalapenos on stuff if I want to actually taste something.
That's not a bad idea.
It's getting better. It's getting better, But yeah, everything just doesn't taste like anything. Everything tastes like cardboard. It's really weird.
Yeah, everything for me tasted like rotten fish. Everything that I really enjoyed, it wrecked a lot it
that's
for me.
terrible.
But that it
No,
went away
mine just
pretty
tastes
quick.
like
It's
cardboard.
just my smell.
Not that I eat cardboard.
Mm.
It tastes like what I imagine cardboard would taste like, which is kind of nothing. So yeah, it's a really, really weird sensation, to not be able to really smell or taste. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I hope that yours goes away quick.
Yeah.
Mine has probably been going on for almost a year now, and it's getting better. It's
Wow.
starting to go away, but it's definitely a really strange side effect. Like, what virus would make its host not want to eat, and therefore the host dies off, and the virus has no host? It doesn't seem like a very evolutionary.
No, well, that makes me think it's okay. We're going to get into conspiracy theories now, but
Yep, let's do it. I knew it was coming.
you know,
It was made in
that's
the lab.
right. Actually, I don't have any conspiracy. I don't have one off the top of my head,
Oh, Lynn
other
and
than
I'll have plenty for you.
like, yeah, like, the Chinese don't want us. I don't know, you know, but hell is probably American. So, uh,
Enjoying food. They just want us enjoying food. Yeah, there we go.
right, right.
I think there's more to it that we'll figure out later on in life, unfortunately.
I hope that you're not right about that, but
Strange, and I hope yours resolves quickly, because it's not. It does.
no, Lynn, you're just laughing at us because we're younger. You're laughing. I'm just kidding. But my father had it in the fall of 2021, and he had to go on oxygen like for quite a while. He was on oxygen, and he's only
Yeah, my wife's uncle almost died from it. I mean, he was dead like 6 times. They were
wow,
calling his wife. I mean, it was a bad deal.
yeah. So I got vaccinated previously and had I think one booster, but that was years ago at this point. So I don't know if that has something to do with it, but uh, I can only imagine having no protection whatsoever and getting. I could see how, because I mean I feel like I had a pretty bad case. Like I mean, all things considered, like I haven't been that sick. I don't know if I've ever been that sick. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, you weren't even on chat. You were
No, I was in bed 22 hours of the day. Um,
Yep.
trying to sleep,
That's the way I was.
tossing and turning. Oh, it was miserable. Um,
Did you have the night terrors?
not so much, but I had fever off and on up to
Yeah.
like nearly 102 degrees, and it would it would very much be hit or miss. Sometimes I would have it, sometimes I wouldn't. Uh, but I felt horrible the whole time. And then Friday, like my throat hurt in the morning, and then I told myself, I'm getting up today. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to eat something. And I ate ramen, so I guess that counted as something. Ramen noodles, and way too much ramen noodles and chicken noodle soup this week. But by the end of the day, I could tell that something was different. I didn't. My throat was not really hurting, and I hadn't had to go back to bed, and so I guess it was like literally 5 to 6 days of hell. And the hedgies, they thought they could kill me, but they can't. Even they can't keep me down with this. Um, that's what I was thinking of the whole time. Like the hedgies, I know that it was them. I know they put the person in my path that had it. But anyway, yeah, back to work tomorrow,
It was
as far as
Citadel.
I'm concerned.
Citadel did it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because
It was
they would not. Yeah, because what length would they go to? And see, that's the thing that makes sense to me. If I were doing the scam on the Apes, um, somebody like me, us, this channel would be a target because we're trying to tell people, look, uh, think about this a little bit here. If it's obvious, it's obviously wrong. If you think you're obviously going to be rich, I'm sorry, honey, but you're not, right? That goes against what the hedge funds want. They want people to think, they want people to buy in because they're the ones who are benefiting from it. So if I were hedgy, of course I would have tried to attack me. I would try to attack this channel. So it makes total sense to me, and I get a little mileage off,
Oh yeah, they
having
should love the
fun with that.
garbage that we post every single day and you go over on these videos. I mean, that's their bread and butter.
Right.
Get these idiots hooked and
exactly. So anything speaking out against that?
To call them and tell them that you're on their side.
Not
Did I
exactly.
drop the ball on that one?
No, that's okay. But yeah, it is. I just, I thought I was going to get away with not ever getting COVID, but and see, there's something else too. I don't want to get too far into it here, but basically, I have another family member who's having some health problems, and so there was. I'm pretty sure I know how we got COVID here. I think it actually came from the hospital, or at least visiting someone that was in a healthcare facility. So that makes it even more frustrating because, ugh, you know, whatever, whatever. So anyway, um, what else is happening? I don't know. So I felt like I was really, really lost this week, and then I guess I realized that really not that much did happen this week. Um, I don't know. What am I missing? Anything else? What else happened this week, Ron, in the world of AMC and meme stonks? Anything? I don't know.
it's the Project Popcorn, which makes me giggle every time I say that.
Okay, so
it's about the only thing that I've been kind of AWOL myself this week. So
Project Popcorn.
Lynn here. You got Lynn?
Yeah, Lynn. I don't know how much you've been paying attention.
What did I do? I didn't do it.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so excuse me, I'm about to cough here. Dry throat.
Or maybe I did do it.
Oh yeah, Manuel reminds us earnings. Well, we have earnings. Yeah, of course we had earnings. AMC. So they're talking about how amazing.
Better than expected earnings. So that's something.
Right.
Yeah, they put the spin on that.
Well, that's
so it wasn't dismal, it was just sad.
Right.
Yes, and there's a new king.
There's a new king. That's true. Yeah. I was reading about that. There are over 400 jewels and precious and semi-precious stones in the I think it's the St. Edward's is that what it was called? The crown, basically. The crown that was put on Charles has over 400 precious and semi-precious stones in it. And it dates from a long time ago. But that was just my trivia on that. But on the earnings, I have the earnings balance sheet here, and it's crazy. Excuse me. It says that where is it here? They have 518
part of the coronation, by the way. It was pretty cool.
What's that? Say that again, Lynn.
I watched part of the coronation. It was like happening at like 2 a.m. my time, but because I'm kind of nerdy like that. But I felt kind of bad for Charles because here he is, he's like waited 72 years, right, to take the kingship to, and there were people protesting like not my king, and
I saw that.
I mean, just give the guy his day. His reign is not going to be very long. Just give him his day. Why do people always have to be so, I don't know.
He's a bit of a weirdo.
Well, he is, but you know, he's not going to be king that
But
long.
yeah, their
I
whole
mean,
lifestyle's strange.
right.
You know, it's like a tradition. It's history, and it's I don't know. I think it's pretty cool, but you know, I'm into that weird stuff. So
I've never been.
The aliens are in I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Metapole right now, just so you guys know.
What's that now?
The aliens are in Metapole right now.
The aliens.
Pictures on the internet. Yeah, they're flying over Metapole right now.
What does that mean?
where is that?
Yeah.
That means that yeah, there's some aliens floating around, I guess.
Oh. Hmm.
Really?
not-
Put it in
They're not in my neighborhood, so
yeah.
Well, to be fair though, Lynn, you have different types of. I'm just not even going to go there.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to go there.
it's too expensive. They probably can't afford
Yeah.
to fly through here.
Right. Let's see. Is this okay, I just searched for aliens. Why have we oh no.
I put it in Telegram.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Oh. Huh. All right.
I was just flinging it through to see what I had missed here, but I
I
saw
see.
that right away.
Strange circles. Huh. Where is this at? Metapole. I don't know where this is. Same experience in southern Italy. Oh.
Sorry,
Swap.
Model 3 dude. Yeah, Tony kind of got me into the UFO talk with all of his jabber. It sounded just like a UFO interview.
Let's see. Not drones. People are saying it's drones.
Maybe they just wanted to get some popcorn, you know?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Buy a premium seat. See how that feels.
Right. I always, yeah, it's always like fascinating pictures of lights. But hey, you know,
Yeah,
is
in the
that
middle
like
of a war zone. I mean, who'd have thought it, you know?
right?
Every time that Jupiter and Mars align in the sky here, there's posts all over next door. What are those lights? What are they doing? They're not moving. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, that is Ukraine. All right. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. How strange.
like Ukraine doesn't have enough on their plate. Now they've got aliens.
Right. I know. I
That would
mean,
be awesome.
right. Um. Okay. So but yeah, anyway, I was looking trying to look at these earnings here. Yeah, there we go. Um, and see like okay. So they're still like they hemorrhaged a lot of money. They lost over $100 million from their cash account here. So that sucks. But then I was just trying to get into the you know, what is the actual what's the actual deal? Um, and I didn't really get too
Lost
far.
100 million?
Well, according
Did you
to
say you said 100 million?
yeah, so they had $654 million of cash on hand at the end of the previous quarter, and now they have 518 million of cash. So like almost 150 million, 125 million or something of cash
I
that they
guess in context, I guess it's not that bad, but
it's not that bad, but considering they had like over
it's not that good.
2 billion in the during the COVID um whatever you want to call it period. Well, yeah, I mean almost 2 billion. So that's going down. Then mean, of course, their net income is negative. Operating cash flow is negative. I mean, everything's negative.
And that's better than expected? Wow.
Well, what was better than expected was, I don't know actually what was better than expected. I forget. They I mean, it's still,
Expected must have been really bad if that's better than expected, because it's certainly not good.
yeah, I mean, let's see. As far as that, it says here that the estimated was estimate was negative 15 cents per share, and they reported negative 13 cents per share. So 2 cents better. And then also revenue, they they went about 16 million over on the estimated. So they beat that estimate by 16 million. So that's pretty much nothing. I mean, 16 million, that's so I don't really see it as anything substantial. But I guess we'd have to get to the actual earnings. What is this, Q1, I guess, Q1 2023. It says that more ape units are hitting the market. I don't know what the deal is with that. They're issuing more ape. Loss of 13 cents. AMC raised 155 million of cash through the sale of ape units. Okay. Oh, the other big news from the weekend is Berkshire Hathaway reported earnings too. And so, you know, this is what's funny about this one is that you know, this has a $491,000 share price. This is the justification in the Apes' mind that AMC could have a six-figure share price because, well, because, you know, Berkshire Hathaway has price that high. So clearly it's possible. They used to say this actually. Doesn't really matter that, you know, what that's a holding company that's made up of a bunch of other companies that are very strategic investments that Warren Buffett has made versus AMC. It doesn't really matter. It still tells you that AMC could be, it could be at $500,000 a share. I mean, there's nothing to prevent it from being that, except for reality and everything.
Yeah, except for everything about AMC.
Everything, right?
Stupid reality always gets in the way of every good plan.
It kind of does. It kind of does. So yeah, I don't know, guys. I got nothing here. I guess, you know,
Starlink had a satellite blow up on launch. That happened.
oh, Starlink did? Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Model 3 dude.
Good. It completely decimated a wilderness preserve in Boca Chica.
Oh,
Which,
well,
whoever let them build a launch pad right next to a
well, I know who did.
preserve,
That was the FAA.
needs to be fired.
That was, I mean, yeah, that's, well, you've watched Common Sense Skeptic, so you know a lot about that too. But yeah, that's a whole weird situation. That is a whole weird situation. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, first of all, how did that ever fucking work in California? How is that ever going to work in California? I don't know. Like, it just seemed,
Oh, go
yeah.
ahead, Scott. Sorry.
Oh, no. That's all I was going to say. Because they're tearing that place up in
I have
Texas.
some juicy Twitter drama that's going on.
Go for it.
Well, apparently this Keanu Trades, I don't know if anybody's heard of him. He has,
Keanu?
his paid Discord and all that crap. Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently he was doing some pedo things with a few of his 17-year-old subscribers. And he gone.
So is this the guy, KT Keanu Trades? At Keanu
Yeah.
Trades? Parody. Oh, that's a parody account, it says. Okay, never mind. Keanu Trade. So he must be gone, actually. Gone.
Yeah, he's
What
gone.
happened?
Lake Elsinore teacher has been arrested for allegedly harassing a pair of underage female students. I'm not going to say his name. Riverside County Sheriff's Department. According to a press release from Riverside County Sheriff's Department, a school resource officer with Lake Elsinore Sheriff's Station was dispatched to 500 block of, never mind, for a report of a 17-year-old being harassed by a teacher.
Oh.
The student came forward. A second 16-year-old student reported similar allegations against the same teacher, who has been identified as blah.
Right. RC. We'll just call him RC, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He apparently sent a text message to both victims during and after school hours.
What the hell?
The text message sent had no nexus to school projects or material, and the contents of inappropriate in nature. And he was arrested on Friday and booked for annoying or molesting a child.
That is a weird charge. Annoying or molesting a child. Well,
just imagine those poor saps that got the lifetime membership for his Discord callouts.
Oh man. 40-year-old.
You don't
dude,
know
huh?
people on the internet, folks.
They won't be getting a refund.
Yeah.
No refunds, right. Wow.
No refunds.
Lake Elsinore.
He's going to need that money.
Where in the hell is Lake Elsinore? Is that by you, Len?
Good call. I don't know.
It's in
Riverside County.
So it's inland. Lake Elsinore is actually really nice. I mean, if you like living in the desert, it's a pretty cool place. They've got a lot of natural hot mud pools and whatnot. But yeah, the Riverside County, the law enforcement there, they don't play around.
Yeah.
But that's like that's just getting. I don't want to say it's getting careless because it sounds like I condone it, and I absolutely don't, of course. But that's just dumb. That's just like a dumbass thing to do.
So. Yeah, so he was a teacher.
He's got a family and everything else too. So
oh boy.
Yeah, he sent a letter out trying to explain what happened, but yeah.
Yeah,
innocent until proven guilty. So
right.
I'm sure that
exactly. Yep.
It will all come out through the legal process. But still, it's not it.
And if it is true, they should just shoot him.
Yeah. Right.
Like all pedos.
So, Ron, you're pretty good at staying on top of this Twitter stuff. I don't know how you do it. I never can find anything on Twitter, and stuff I do find is irrelevant. So
that's because we're both blocked by anybody who's interesting.
It's true. I am blocked by a lot of people.
Come to me. Yeah, exactly. And we're not banned from everybody on the Twitter.
Yeah. So I guess that's why. But good. I appreciate the Twitter, news and the updates and stuff, because I have no clue. I mean, you must be like like a really young soul or something to be able to handle all that stuff. Because I feel like, especially as I get older too, like I just, I don't know. I feel like an alien. I feel like the alien.
Oh,
so I don't know how in the hell.
I still act like I'm 12, so I'm good.
That's okay. All right, that's fair. That's fair. So now Model 3 dude's saying Frankie and Donnie. Frankie and Donnie. So we got Frankie Muhammad and Donahue George. So we'll take a look at a couple videos here, and you guys are obviously welcome to hang around in the chat, the voice chat. and discuss as well. So let's see what we got here. Donahue George.
I'm not leaving now.
No, you can't leave now. You can't leave now. Let's see. Any specific ones, Model 3, dude? Or just in general? Let's see. We complained about shorting.
Forces, right? Are they fighting or getting along?
I don't. Good question.
It's not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, education purpose only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button on YouTube algorithm stuff so you get the videos I put them out. See what I'm thinking, see I'm analyzing that data, but like I tell every day, the day they release us is false, and it's a false narrative in the market, so we can make bad trading decisions. Listen,
I mean, kind of defeats the purpose of having a disclaimer if you put shit like that in there. Like, this is not advice at all. By the way, everything's fake. Like, what? That's not a disclaimer, okay? Not a disclaimer.
And then he gets right into just saying the opposite of what he just said.
Basically, yes.
Yeah. Complete financial advice.
I've never
everything just
even bothered with disclaimer, and I never will. So, and at this point, it's like, you know, it's a matter of principle for me. I'm not going to give a disclaimer. If you think I'm a financial advisor, then you're fucking stupid. First of all, like, anyway.
If you listen to things about stocks with me, you're a moron.
Right, exactly. You deserve to lose it all. So go for it. And good luck suing me. Okay, here we go. All right.
remember, for the last 24 to 30 months, we've been screaming about the fraud in the market. We've been screaming about the naked shorting. We've been screaming about the manipulation. We've been screaming about the synthetic shares. And what did the SEC do? Nothing. What did the banks and the 1%ers say? They said we were conspiracy theorists. They said that we were full of SHIT. And now that, as one of my YouTube people said, the sharks are eating the sharks and it's cannibalism. Now that it's cannibalism, now that the banks are naked shorting the banks and stealing money from the banks, now all of a sudden naked shorts is real. Now all of a sudden shorting is terrible. But when we were screaming that they were naked shorting, when we were screaming that shorting was terrible, we were told that we were conspiracy theorists. We were told that it is not happening, that we don't know what we're talking about. But now that the 1%ers are losing money, now the 1%ers are eating each other, now all of a sudden shorting is on the table. Now these guys these 1%ers have sent letters to the SEC asking the SEC to investigate the naked shorting and get it to stop. Can you imagine that? We've been screaming for 30 months. 30 months we've been telling them what was going on in the market. For 30 months we've been complaining, and for 30 months we've gotten no response whatsoever from the SEC, from Congress, from FINRA, from CFTC, from DTCC. But now all of a sudden they want to say, yes, shorting is bad. Shorting destroys the market. Shorting should be illegal. And the only reason they are concerned about it now is because they are losing money. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think.
I don't believe they said any of that.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. It's just, I mean, you can count on this guy to make these come to these dumbass conclusions.
Well, it's all about shears.
Mm-hmm.
Naked short shears.
Right. But I mean, oh God, there's a reason why. Well, I mean, first of all, like the share price going down of a stock, the share price of a bank stock going down, does that have any actual reflection of what's happening with that bank? In other words, like if the share price is going down, does that mean that people are pulling their money out of the bank? And the answer is no. Those are two separate things. So the share price is going to reflect like, you know, investor sentiment about the stock going forward. And hey, if it's going down, then, you know, maybe some shit's happening or it's not something I want to invest in, whatever. But um I just don't really see how that connects with anything else. Like, I mean, and why it would be an issue on this when you've seen, you know, we've seen this happen with all of these other banks. The reason that these things happen is I actually saw a great explanation of it. The terminology that they used to describe what was happening with some of these banks, but it was basically, oh shit, it was I can't remember where I saw it now, but basically it is a mismatch between the duration and valuation of treasuries, essentially, what it comes down to, because you have these crazy moves happening in the bond market and whatnot. You have a there's some of their assets are sitting on massive unrealized losses. So if they had to cash them in today, they'd have to take the full loss and it would be devastating. Well, that's what happened to some of these. Um, Whereas if they can hold them to maturity and keep it as an unrealized loss, then okay, it's going to be offset at some point and it's not going to be, they don't have to take it as a 100% loss. But because a lot of these banks also had shitty management, um, they weren't set up right for this. They weren't set up with the right duration. They weren't set up with the right products, in the right places, basically. And so they called it a mismatch. And uh, you got to wonder why isn't every bank affected? Why is people like Jamie Dimon, even still now, he still says it's not a systemic crisis. Um, so why is it happening some places? Why is it not happening other places? Yeah, clearly banks are not really any different than other businesses and that sometimes they're just not run very well and that management sucks basically and or they're thieves or con men or they were cheating or guess what? They were weird stock trading transactions dealing with their stock by insiders like the week that they collapsed. Oh my God, I'm so surprised. That happens all the time. So
Yeah,
I
there's a
guess
shocker.
my point, yeah. So my point is like, okay, so we're looking at short selling now. Short selling, that's the it's another smokescreen. It's another aspect of the scam of basically our modern system in that it can't ever just be what it is. It has to be something else. I say that's garbage. I don't think short selling had anything to do with it. Short selling is not going to kill a bank. Um, when you basically you're working with a stock price of a bank that has gone down 97%, that's not because of short selling. Like, I don't know how else to say it. So to me, this is all garbage. It's not going to happen. They'll never, they won't ban short selling at all. I don't think, I think this will be, I mean,
Well,
I've watched other videos on this and basically come to the same conclusion that it's, it's the media being retarded, basically. But I'm open to
well,
other
yeah, because
opinions.
doesn't the price has to go down before the short sellers get interested?
There's also that point, Lynn, which is that's another thing about 2008 and whatnot that people like to get confused is that, yeah, um, short selling, generally speaking, yeah. Now, you could have somebody who's just like, clairvoyant and realizes that, hey, this thing is whatever. But yeah, it's generally after that shit happens that you see shorts pile into it. So that's another great point. I mean, what AMC, for example, our friend AMC, you know, they got the shit short out of them, but it was after they closed their stores. It was after they closed. It was after everything was closed. Why would you not short it? It was a great trade. So
$5 billion that they have in debt, they'll never repay. You don't repay $5 billion with their cash flow. You just don't.
no, right. Yeah. Good point too. So um I don't see how any of this is relevant, to be honest with you. But um, of course, it makes good videos for people like Donahue George who say, well, but they said, you know, and Model 3 dude saying the government is asking Jamie to put a cap on negative bank talk for sure. I wish they would ask him to put a cap on speaking at all. I can't stand that guy. I mean, if there's ever a picture of corruption and just evil, and I know Lynn probably agrees with me on this, Jamie Dimon. I mean, why is that guy allowed on TV? Oh my God. I just don't think
I don't know why
like
people think he's the be all end all of CEOs. There are much better CEOs out there running companies that, no one's even heard of.
true.
And he just seems so, I don't know, just so that he's just smarmy. Smarmy is the word that comes to
He is.
mind for me.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him at all.
No.
Because he
No.
doesn't seem he doesn't seem he doesn't seem trustworthy to me. He does not inspire
No.
trust
No. He
in me
seems like a
whatsoever.
snake.
Just yeah,
Yeah.
big time. Big time.
And Model 3 dude
I
says
know
he
he's
thinks
listening. So sorry, Jamie, but I gotta call it like I see it.
yeah, it's all right. He understands. They will ban Model 3 dude says he thinks they will ban short selling for banks only as a short-term fix to stop consumer bank runs. But my point is that the bank is are they the two things related? I don't know how they're related. Um, I mean, the reality is when they did this before in 2008, the prices went down anyway. So it didn't it didn't have the intended effect. And I think that like you have to look at what has happened in the past. Liquidity goes down. It's just not good. Our system depends on short selling. That's the reality of it. You know, we would not have the liquidity. We would not have just the quality of markets that we have without it. Um, and every time it's studied, every time it's ever looked at in any country, in any market, they come to the same conclusion that it actually prevents prices. It actually acts as a buoy for prices. It actually creates better market quality. So in that sense, they probably will ban it because the SEC and regulators are just, I guess, completely out of the loop. But I don't, I don't know. I that came as a complete shock to me when I started hearing all this talk about short selling bans and banks. Like that's not the fucking answer. And Model 3 dude says they're not related. It's a psychological move only. Um,
He's absolutely right.
but I don't even know, like, but it could have the unintended consequence. Um, it would be psychological move only. But man, what a weird thing. To me, it's
You
just
know,
such so odd.
I look at shorts as like the vultures of the financial system. They come along and clean up the carcasses. They get rid of the carry-on. They get rid of the ones that are
Clean up the market.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like this.
the remora fish of the market or the vultures of the market, however you want to look at it, they serve a necessary function.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And the reality is that not everything can just go up indefinitely forever. You know, that's the reality.
You bet
And
that if a CEO knows that his company is being looked at by short sellers, now there's motivation to, get your business act together right there.
it
So
should
any
be.
decent CEO, as soon as he finds out there's short interest in his company, he's gonna like jump on it and try to,
But probably not come out and say, "Hey guys, our stock is being naked shorted. Like this is so unfair." That's the difference though. Like They're not
Yeah,
going
well,
to
yeah, no,
Prove
he's
it.
not going to
view
come
it
out and
that
cry
way.
about it. He's just going to
Prove
get
that
behind
there's
the
naked
scenes
shorts.
and work it, or he's going to be replaced by someone else who will.
Right. Yeah. So it is an interesting thing. I guess we'll have to see what happens this week. Um, let's see. And then Frankie Muhammad. All right. Let's see what he's got here. Common sense investor. Why are Adam Aaron influencers so motivated to con the community? God. An AMC short seller created the concept of the ape share. The devil does not have the power to kill the AMC short squeeze. Right. I'm fascinated by this. Um, the divide between the yes voters and the no voters. This is fascinating to me. Like it's a cult within a cult. And I think we pretty much established the fact that it wouldn't have made any difference which way retail investors would have voted in this thing because of the way that they set it up. So, but it's still, this major, are you a yes voter? You no voter. It's like the no voters are the true apes or something. And I don't know, but
It's their feeling out process now. Before it was, so you're against AMC, so you're a short seller. No, I just realized that it's a shit company. Now it's, so are you a yes or are you a no? I mean, it's kind of funny how they, initiate conversation.
So odd.
We've seen it on the chat before too. I mean, everybody, well, you're against AMC, Scott. You've got to be a short seller.
Of course, yeah.
Do you remember
Of course.
Spy versus Spy, Mad Magazine?
What's
I
that?
remember it was it little cartoon clips of it.
Yeah, the black spy and the white spy, and they're both always trying to blow each other up. But they're both spies. That's just what it reminds me of, the yes no vote thing. It's like it's kind of like the same agenda, but yet completely different agenda within the same agenda. So it's like some kind of Venn diagram of craziness.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what Frankie says here. This is from yesterday.
What's up? This is Frankie, man. Let me say I'm not a financial advisor. Anything that I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Whatever I say in this video is my opinion, may not necessarily be factual. Don't buy, sell, or hold a stock because of anything that I say in this video. So I do your own DD. So I see that you get some of those yes voters, some of Adam Aaron's influencers. They call themselves, man, kind of mocking, kind of antagonize, the usual thing, trying to say, man, that they in our world now. They in the no voters world. And we ain't had no short squeeze yet. But here's the difference, though. If we would have stayed in y'all world and let y'all go through what y'all was trying to go through with, the reverse stock split, and not challenge anything that y'all did, it's just my opinion now. Most likely we'll probably be sitting in AMC, long-term shareholders especially, sitting in AMC with no squeeze that have taken place at all, with a stock about to be diluted down to like $5, $6, with all their shares gone, 90% of their shares, and somebody telling them, said, look, man, y'all just hold tight, just down the hand, man. We waiting on these fundamentals to get right. We're going to have this short squeeze in 2025, 2026. If we listen to y'all. You see what I'm saying? And see, as long as you get these influencers that let Adam Aaron put that battery pack in their back and control them, and they come into the community and they trying to influence people to give up 90% of their shares, be happy with the yes votes, the proposals.
Still on with that 90% thing. Wow.
About contesting what they doing. I'm going to continue to speak, man, until the judge make a decision as to what the judge feel like we need to do. And see, man, look, I was listening to one of the influencers. Listening to his live. And in his live, man, he was discussing the mechanics, I guess you can say, of AMC. He was talking about AMC debt. What AMC need to do to survive. And why they need the yes vote. Why Adam Aaron need the yes vote. So he said, man, if they don't understand this by now, they idiots. So I guess he's referring to the no voters as idiots. And this is what I would say to him. Nah, bro, we ain't idiots. We just not stupid. We just not con artists, and we just not sellouts. See what I'm saying? See, we know what these shares are worth. These beads are synthetic shares. We know what these shares are worth. We know billionaires need our shares in order to close out their position. So we're not going to sell our shares, man, for pennies on a dollar. And we definitely not going to give our shares up, give 90% of our shares up. I mean, why would we give up 90% of our shares because an AMC influencer that's bowed down to Adam Aaron, in my opinion, asks us to give them up, or Adam Aaron asks us to give them up, or 1% asks us to give up our shares? No. You see what I'm saying? We're not finna give hedge funds and short sellers, these criminal billionaire hedge funds, a bailout. You see what I'm saying? Do you think that Adam Aaron, if we ask Adam Aaron to sacrifice and give up 90% of his shares, and his shares free, he got them free. Do you think that, man, if we ask Adam Aaron, man, to give up 90% of his shares to help us out, do you think he'll do it? No, man, he ain't gonna do it. Adam, because in my
Well,
opinion, man, Adam Aaron don't care nothing.
if the reverse split goes through, yes, he will, because that will be what happens. I it oh God, it blows my mind. This 90% of shares thing. I just like
Yeah, AMC is stealing 9 of their 10 shares.
9 out of every
Yeah.
10 shares are being stolen,
Totally just stealing them.
and there's nothing. Yeah,
I don't know if you guys caught it, but I think he just created the next rallying cry.
what's that?
Billionaires need our share.
Oh yeah, right. Because they need the shares to cover the short position with all, So if they take away the shares, I guess I guess they think that they're they're going to go around and collect all the shares, like Monty Python, bring out your dead, and they're going to bring all the shares out, and they're not going to burn them. They're going to allow the short sellers to use them to cover. I guess I don't know. It makes no sense to me.
Totally legit. Totally gonna
Yeah.
happen.
I'm pretty sure billionaires don't need your shares. They need another yacht or, a Learjet or something, or some more, $500
Well,
a bottle of scotch.
Need
They don't need your AMC shares.
need is an interesting word, but yeah. Yeah. I just like that. When was this vote again? Vote? When did the actual vote? I can't even remember when the vote happened. But I've heard so much bullshit about it. Like since it's like I wonder if half of these people even fucking voted, first of all. I don't think half of them probably even did. And like this is retroactive
absolutely
DD.
not.
This is retroactive DD at its finest here. Manuel was a genius with that term, because they're
Greatest
talking
saying ever.
more. That's I think the best one that we have that's come out of this channel, retroactive DD, because okay,
It's so true, Scott. It's so
it is.
true.
It is. I mean, it's like you cannot do your research after the fact. I mean, what good is this? What good does it really do anyway? But it's hilarious. I mean, I can't. Oh my God. Yeah, no, he's a genius. Manuel is a genius when it comes to many things. He is a great guy. But when it came to that, that was like the creme de la creme of what to encapsulate what it is, what is happening here. And it's about as useless as studying for an exam after you've already taken the exam. Like, great. You're going to know the stuff now, but it doesn't matter. You've already shown that you don't know it. So you already failed the exam. Why are you studying now?
It's like studying for the exam after you got caught cheating.
Yeah,
I
right.
agree about Manuel. I totally support him for leader of the free world.
I would agree with that.
We'd be better for it.
Yep. All right, let's continue here.
About shareholders. He don't care nothing about retail investors. He only cares about the 1%ers. So what would make you think he'd give his shares up for us? So why would we give our shares up
For
him?
Adam Aaron so loved the world that he gave up his only shares for retail investors. I don't even I'm not even gonna. I don't even want to know what Lynn thinks about that, like that notion. So I'm not gonna ask her. But what what has your CEO done for you lately? Odd. Okay.
See,
Hopefully,
this
he
is what
kept
I
my
personally
business
think.
open so that I still have a job.
True. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
See the yes voters, them not the yes voters. Let me see those Adam Aaron zealots, those individuals, those people, man, that's being, in my opinion, controlled by Adam Aaron. See, those are those individuals. See, in my opinion, it ain't that they love Adam Aaron, man, so much that they love him, that they crazy about Adam Aaron. It ain't that they just, in my opinion, so crazy about AMC. Like they really, really want to say AMC. No, man, that's not it. You see what I'm saying? That's all a front. That's a front. See what they crazy about is money. What they crazy about, what's motivating them to sell out and to try to push people, man, to sell 90% of their shares. Like we always say, it's the ape arbitrage play. That's what's motivating. It ain't like, man, they want to make all these sacrifices for AMC. They want to save AMC. They really want to help Adam Aaron. No, man. What they protecting is they play. The ape arbitrage play. See, like we've been saying for the past 90 days, they got their money tied up in that Fredo stock. But what Lou said, man, that Fredo stock, I'm smart. I can do things too. See, they got their money tied up in the Ape share. That's what's motivating them, man, to come against the community and to try to give us, man, give up 90% of our shares. And they perpetuated, man, the behavior that's coming from Adam Aaron and everything that he's doing. That's all it is. They trying to protect their play. You see, they trying to protect that Ape share. You know that share that the 1%ers came up with, AMC short sellers came up with, the ones don't like AMC. That's what they got their money in. See what I'm saying? That's what they trying to protect. It's all the game, man. So my thing is, stop, man, being on social media, being on YouTube, trying to fool the community, man. Stop playing games with the community. You see what I'm saying, man? Look, man, none of the no voters, like you said, man, we're not idiots. We're not idiots, man. The thing is, man, we're not sellouts. And see, we're not finna get hedge funds and short sellers a bailout. So stop lying, stop trying to manipulate the community. And I'm gonna close with this. See, this is what I think. See, the reason why they got so much ease and it comes so easy to them to ask people to give up, to ask the shareholders in the community to give up 90% of their shares. You know why I think it's so easy? Because they not giving up nothing, in my opinion. See, I guarantee you, this is just my personal opinion. The majority of them, man, probably don't have no AMC shares no more. They ain't got nothing to give up. They probably don't have no AMC shares no more. If they do, it's probably a very small amount compared to what they had. They ape heavy, in my opinion. So that's why when they say, man, when they come and they trying to give people this 1 to 10 reverse stock split, they probably ain't losing nothing because they probably done sold all their AMC shares. But that's all this whole thing about, man. That's why they motivated to do what they doing to protect Adam Aaron. It's all about, man, the ape arbitrage play. It's just that simple. Thank you for taking time out to watch the video, man. Have a nice day.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I have no idea what the hell he just said.
I don't think any of us. I mean, it's just, this is the problem with all this crap is that, well, hold on a second now, because this is the problem. This is
what happens when you want to change things.
There we go.
First they think you're crazy, then they fight you, and then all of a sudden you change the world.
Yes, that's it. That was for Model 3 dude. But no, the problem is that the way I see it here, the problem is that A, people are stupid. B, nobody, like the decisions that people made last year and 2 years ago, you know, are those decisions still are they still, are they still abiding by them? Basically, in other words, nobody knows what they're doing really. Like nobody really has a clue. They're just trying to do the best they can, and myself included. I don't fucking know, but I'm from day to day try to do the best you can, adjust things, make sure, whatever. They all thought this would be over by now. I mean, hell, did you think that you'd be sitting on a live stream with me in May of 2023? I don't think so. Like, well, maybe last year, maybe at some point we realized it, but we thought that this would come to some kind of conclusion. So did they. So did the apes. So it's just like, what else is there to say at this point? What else is there? Okay, now this is going to be the catalyst. Now that's going to be the catalyst. I don't even know anymore what the catalysts are and how anybody can actually even truly believe that they think there's going to be a squeeze.
Oop, I can't hear you.
We lost Scott.
Scotty, I think you're muted.
All right, Lynn, let's get our tinfoil hats on and really kick this off.
I was going to say what strikes me as funny is that they all say this is for entertainment purposes only. And yes, that's truer than it's ever been.
Oh, yeah.
It's for our entertainment.
I mean, do they really think that that's going to hold up in a court of law? If somebody finally gets the balls and sues these idiots? I mean... say that that's the same group.
Oh, hey.
Well, there's nothing fabulous
I'm
about
back.
that. Oh, you're back.
Hey, Scott's back.
Just in time. We were going to go to a dark, dark place.
Oh, yeah. Conspiracy theories were coming out.
Why can't I?
It's so good that you didn't turn your channel over to us while you were, AWOL.
Yeah, we're going to take callers.
Maybe not. Yeah, let's kick it up a notch, as they say.
How strange. What is happening?
Are you just at a loss for words, or are you having technical?
It's the Rona.
Ron, are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I just
Yes.
Okay, good. I don't know what happened there, but
You're back.
I wasn't there, and then
We all know
yeah,
what happened.
yeah, true. That's true. We do
It was
know.
Kenny.
Yeah, right. But then I couldn't hear you guys, but I could tell that you were talking, like the meters were going up and down. So, but then I couldn't hear you, and then anyway, I figured it out though, or I got it back.
Yeah,
So
Lynn and I had to pick up the slack.
yeah, I mean, I wasn't worried about that. I knew that everything would be okay. You wouldn't allow me to have so much dead air.
You should have been. You should have been worried.
Oh, really?
Would have been worried.
Yeah. It's funny. That is funny. Well, anyway, I don't even remember what we were talking about, but it's like, yeah. How can anybody?
Oh, sweet. Moas Tuesday, 2:00.
That's what. That's what we looks like here. Let's see.
What's up, people? Tommy here. So listen, this week going into this week tomorrow, it's gonna be.
Why don't I hear this now? Did you guys hear that?
Bullish week. So all the bears need to just step back for a little bit, just take a break here, because this week's gonna be bullish, especially for AMC.
There we go. Now I can hear it.
You even see a little bit of a run with GameStop. GameStop's been sleeping for a minute. GameStop minute, and it is about to wake up. You will see. What's going on with AMC right now? So the court date was delayed again. It's gonna most likely keep getting delayed. We've been saying this is most likely gonna happen. The longer it gets delayed, the better, because that gives it more time to keep creeping up and up and up and up and up. Now, not only, some people might say it's stupid to keep buying, but the more we buy, the more we set an example, the more we make a statement. Because listen, let's just say we get this up to $10 to $20, then we win. We win, because they don't want it to go that high. So if we do get it to go that high, we won. Let's get back in the fight. YouTubers need to stop being scared. People are scared because of lawsuits and everything that went on. But listen, we could say what we want. We're not telling anyone to buy, telling anyone anything. We're just speaking the truth. We're just speaking the news. We're talking about AMC. It's hot right now. It's going to be hot this week. We broke 6. We broke 650. This is big. Once we break 8, we might hit $11. Now, I know that's not high for some people, but for other people, you know, it's good. You know, and if your average is 20, get back at least 50%. You know, some people have higher averages. You know, it is what it is. I get it. There's one stock that I'm in that I've been in for a while that I refuse to average down on, and that's SNDL, Sundial. I don't trust it, so I'm dealing with it. I have an average of about $5, which was 50 cents at one point, which was a good buy. It's just been getting rocked. But like I said, AMC, now the reason why I believe GameStop's going to have a run is because it's going to follow its brother. You know, if AMC's running, GameStop's most likely going to follow. It is what it is. 8, I got nothing to say about 8. AMC, it's going to be a strong one for a little while. We have some time. Now let's use it.
Oh, okay. So
Is he going through a damn car wash? What was all that?
He was
noise?
trying to do the Donahue George walkabout video, but failed.
yes.
Oh,
Oh
get a
my God.
windscreen if you're going to do that. Crying out loud.
Thanks, Lou. Model 3 dude says, thanks, Lou. Thanks for creating this fucking,
For starting the walkabout craze.
I guess. Okay. Wow. No new videos have come out over on the main AMC search here. Oh yeah. Sorry. The last video, here's my last video that I wanted to look at. It's from this guy called Trading with Emotions. And we've looked at some of his videos before. He's one of these guys that he's a cycle theory guy. He thinks that, you know, the algo and the, you know, it's repeating the same pattern basically, which it's like, yeah, okay, sure. That's how it works, you know, because all you have to do is figure out the pattern and you'll get rich. But I did see that he came out with a video yesterday. I want to look at it. So this will be my last video that I want to look
Crazy
at
stuff.
here. Okay.
Wow, guys, look at this freaking chart right now, man. Pepe. Look at this, dude.
Guys without car YouTube video craze.
Man, it's all about AMC and Pepe here. So we're going to go over all this good stuff. First, I need to take this away. We got the chart. All right. So I was doing cycle analysis over the weekend, currently doing that. And I came across some pretty interesting stuff on AMC. Pepe is huge for this because, guys, remember these meme coins that pump and then end up dumping, that liquidity is not going, it's not going anywhere, right? It's going somewhere. It's going to go to over leveraged positions, whether it's the market, whether it's AMC, whether it's GameStop, whether it's any over leveraged position.
So he thinks that meme coins, like I don't even know, like I guess Dogecoin or something like that, somehow is related to AMC too. So they're using the liquidity from one to support short positions in the other. Some garbage, unsubstantiated, no proof, nothing whatsoever.
They're using these to pump them. Now, it can also be used for the crypto markets. Is the hedge funds that are doing this have obviously a large portfolio, so they're using this for a lot of securities. And yeah, I came across something pretty interesting on the last video I talked about with Pepe. The correlation with Shiba actually is coming true. It's coming a thing, and I want to talk about that and where I think we are in the cycle, because a lot of these things, guys, are matching up, and I'm going to make a projection actually on this video to show you guys that this might actually pan out the way it's intended to. Okay, so for this, we're going to go ahead and bring on over Pepe here. I'm going to bring a second chart. Bottom here, we're going to pull up Shiba, which we already have on the chart.
Oh, Shiba. Yeah, of course.
Bear with me here because it's going to be a lengthy video in how this cycle makes sense. So on May 10th, 2021, Binance went ahead and added Shiba to the exchange. Okay, so everybody was going crazy, but then look at what happened right after that, right? This thing just dumps, and it dumps for a while. It dumps for over 4 months. It dumps, it trades sideways, and then you have this massive pump. Okay, so this is the opportunity here that I'm talking about. Prior to this video, I talked about Pepe going on big exchanges, and it just got listed on Binance. It got listed on Binance yesterday, as well as some other exchanges. Now, it's not on Coinbase yet, so that's another thing to watch out for here. It's probably not going to go on Coinbase for a little bit. It might take some time, but this is just an opportunity, in my opinion. Yes, I think this pump is done. I talked about this. I said it's going to hit a level here very shortly, and it's going to dump after that, and we're currently seeing that, right? So I'm personally not going to be playing this right now until it settles, cools down, and then, you know, we might start to see this massive continuation, this massive pump, because later liquidity will be used again sometime then, right? So the correlation here is very high. It's a positive correlation because this is happening around the same time. So this that you're looking at up here is Pepe's chart. Remember, Binance listed this yesterday, so May 5th. And then everything started to dump, okay? Not only that, but we also have similar market cap. So Pepe peaked at and actually crossed the $1 billion market cap, which is the same thing Shiba did down here. It actually went a little bit higher in the billions, but then came down back into the millions, okay? So traded sideways for a little bit. Then it peaked at the $41 billion market cap, which if you do the math, if this comes back, say it comes back down to the 500 million level, if you do the math and this thing peaks at a similar market cap that Shiba did, then we would have, do the math, right? We have 0.5, divide that by 40. So 40 divided by 0.5, that's 80x the price. So, I mean, it's a pretty intense situation here. And again, nothing has to happen the same way, but these time frames are lining up very well. So where does this take me with AMC? Because it has to do with AMC.
Here we go.
Well, we're going to bring up
Here we go.
First. And this is what I have for Bitcoin, guys, because
wait, I thought we were talking about AMC. Now we're talking about Bitcoin.
May 10th, 2021, this happened on Bitcoin right here that you're looking at right now. So it pumps, dumps for a little bit, goes very close. In this case, ratio-wise, we'll come very close to the 29,300 level, and then we have a dump. And this makes sense if you zoom out on the macro chart, because we've been riding slowly, but we've been riding resistance down. It hasn't crossed up yet, so that's a major level or a major test coming up here. Doesn't matter if it clocks over. If this candle is rejected, if there's a wick hanging, this is going to come down all the way to that 27,000 range. So what does this mean for AMC now that we're here? Now that we know that we're here and things are tracking the same way, from cycle analysis, that means there's a correlation that not only the crypto market's there in that cycle, but that, you know, AMC and these other stocks might be there as well. So watch this. All right, watch this shit.
God, here we go.
Let's bring on over Bitcoin. Nope, not on the indicators. Okay, here is Bitcoin. No. Overlaid on top of AMC. Okay, here we go. What happened in June of 2021 when Bitcoin dumped? That same bar pattern I just pulled up was right here, May 10th. Shiba was right here. It launched right before AMC freaking pumped and went like crazy, right? So the two charts were actually trading pretty inverse to each other at the time. And this was one of the first times it did that. It also did it in January. You can see that there's a lot of liquidity being dumped in the markets prior to these meme stocks rallying. Okay, so this is the correlation that I have right now. Now, because we are at a different in a different stage in the cycle. You know, and this is going to the next POI, guys. The next point of interest on AMC is in June. So it makes sense that things are happening the same way, right? We have, you know, in May 2021, we have crypto having a similar correlation with that cycle. And then here in June, we have a similar correlation with the POI coming up. So I've already said this, you know, like it's very important that even though things look a certain way, doesn't mean that it has to happen that way. I mean, you always have to remember that because one cycle is tracking in the markets doesn't mean the other cycle is going to do the same thing. But there is a correlation here. There is a POI coming up. And we also have, you know, the overall macro setup looks good. AMC is in a macro.
How does this guy have any fucking regular viewers? That's what I don't
wasn't
understand.
expecting anything crazy. But
You've got to be kidding
point
me.
of interest, I had said, if it's a POI and it's an active one, it could easily take the price, you know, past the 70% range, which would be, you know, right around that $10 range. Okay. So that's step one. Okay. Step one is AMC climbs up to that range. Tests
Yes,
it.
always starts with some incredibly unlikely step. Step one, AMC goes straight up. Give me a fucking break.
Resistance.
God damn it. I swear to
And
God.
on the parallel channel down here would also be a micro resistance level. Now, you could technically clock over and go into that $12 range. That would be ideal as well.
Oh, yeah. It would be ideal if AMC went to the $12 range. That would be more than twice what the fucking price is right now. Give me a break.
You know, to be conservative, $10 to 12 would be ideal. And then following that, you have to climb. You have to climb slowly. Before GameStop had its squeeze, it slowly climbed to the upside. And it took some time, right? It wasn't just, we are double bottoming and we're going to squeeze, right? It started to climb up and then it got to that range. Okay, so the same thing.
Retroactive DD.
With that projection. Okay, and we even pulled up some Wyckoff in this, dude. Wyckoff was what we pulled up. Okay, with that projection, it would bring us on over.
Step one, Jesus come back. Exactly.
Time, which, if everything looks good, and that's the things you have to check off.
Oh, God.
Is everything else in the market doing that? Is like did Bitcoin finish?
Step one, let me win the lottery.
Those are the things we check for. It's not just overlaying patterns on top and figuring out what that pattern is. You have to check a lot of different things that go into what, you know, cycle analysis is.
Guess what? And guess what? You got to check a lot of fucking things. None of them are the same. None of them are the fucking same from 2021. Not a single goddamn one. Nothing. Zero. Less than one. Less. Actual things are actually less than one things are the same. Like everything is different. Even shit that didn't exist. That's different too. That's how wrong this guy is.
So
Holy fucking
that's my
hell.
video, man. The correlation looks the same. Pepe is unfortunately right now it is dumping, but again, I think there's going to be an opportunity in the future.
I don't know what that even means.
Reversal, and it looks pretty good to me. All right. So markets, man.
Yeah.
Crypto market.
Look at that. Look at that volume. Gotta love that.
Markets are getting ready to dump, in my opinion. Probably in the next few days, we're going to see this that I have overlaid here, guys. All right. Real quick, if you guys want to check out the Discord, it's on the link below.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's check out the fucking Discord.
Involves cycle analysis, other plays, crypto plays, stock plays, option plays, stuff like that. All on
Stocks and crypto plays.
Click that link.
I know that one. Stocks and crypto plays. Okay. Oh my God. Give me a break. Okay. I mean, even Morantz and his takedown of Ants trades. I mean, that was one of the lamest takedowns I've ever seen. I mean, what are people just phoning it in these days, huh? They're just phoning it in. They don't even care.
Was that a parody that we just watched, or was that was serious?
No, that was supposed.
Train wreck.
Yeah, that was. I don't even know. I have no idea. I mean, wow. What's this here? Let's see.
Pepe.
Let's see what Froggy says about Phil for real. Here's two idiots right here. Froggy Styles and Phil for real. Let's see what they
Froggy
say.
Styles here. I'm gonna put 2 more cents on Phil for real. Let's get right into it.
Okay? Is this about a squeeze, or is this about you being selfish on having the most shares? Because if that's the case, you've wasted 5 months of just literally just being a distraction.
See, let me stop you right there again, Phil. People bought into this play because they thought they were going to get life-changing money. And it turns out that we have a lot of people spreading misinformation on what dilution even is. And you can contribute that to your group of buddies over there, your Tony DeNaro and all them losers over there that are costing people thousands of dollars. Like, because I don't have a great big voice like those guys who pretend to do the DD and have all the knowledge and experience. They were all wrong about dilution. It takes your portfolio value down. Now, are they here for the squeeze? Are they here for life-changing money? Or are they here to try to rip retail off and steal as much money as they can from retail? Because for some reason, they will never tell the truth when Adam Aron does something wrong. Like when he mentioned that there's no synthetics, and Tony DeNaro can explain exactly how synthetics are created, and he goes and blows cover for Adam Aron. So it's very obvious that you have basically a psyop going on where there's a group of people that refuse to tell the truth, and people are losing money. At this point, whenever you say not financial advice, you do realize that if you intentionally say something wrong to somebody and they lose money, it's still criminal. And criminal charges apply. Wow. So for all the people that are spreading the misinformation, even Adam Aron did it, that the stock goes up whenever the dilution happens. Did you learn how dilution works yet? Did you learn that when they dilute, that the price of your portfolio went down? It took you into the red, or made your position a deeper red? You should have learned that by now, Phil, and I'm pretty sure you do. You probably already did. You probably understand exactly how it works. So
Cue the
game plan.
Cue the ghetto retaliation by Phil. Would you want some of this Glizzock? I'm gonna give you some of this Glizzock, baby. Yeah, I know. Like Froggy doesn't know what he's getting himself into here, I don't think. But hey, whatever.
Did Phil ever figure out who was hacking him?
Somebody was
guy out in the woods.
Oh, good question. Good question.
The whole time was Diamond Hand. That was it. And nobody wanted their stuff messed with. Don't mess with my shares. Leave them alone. They're going to sit there until somebody has to come buy them. That was the plan. And then Adam Aron decides to come along and violate his fiduciary duty and start messing with people's stuff. This isn't the first time that Adam Aron violated his fiduciary duty. As your crew and you mocked me for the things that I said and tried to make me sound crazy and all this other weird stuff that you guys try to like project onto me, guess who was right? Me, again. And guess what? I'm back. Like Jordan, wearing that 45 to take aim at you and everybody else that hurt the community. Jay-Z said it best, and you know what I'm talking about. So, Phil, you have a choice. You can be on the right side of history and do what's best for the community and tell the truth. Or you can continue to walk down that path and keep talking those talking points from the people like Tony DeNaro, who has misled you. I know that Tony lets you go in and run a stream, so you feel special because you got to go sit in the driver's seat once. But that shouldn't be a reason where you go sell your soul to the devil. You're better than that, and we all know it. Just tell the truth to the people. You have common sense and you have street smarts. And I'm not going to sit here and bash you because I know you know better. You know what dilution is, you know what it does. You know what Adam Aron's doing to people. You know that these YouTubers are lying to people. Just do the right thing. Because I don't want to have to keep cutting up your videos and expose you. I understand you don't understand the markets to the fullest, but you have common sense. and you're talking the talking points that are put in your ear, just don't be a sellout like the rest of them. Because I came back for a reason, and it's to dunk on everyone that is hurting the community. You're either with me or you're against me.
Well,
Hey, how does the cucumber girl, his girlfriend, how does she vote? She against him?
cucumber girl. Who's that? Phil's or Froggy?
Trying to remember her name. Froggy.
Cucumber girl. I'm not.
The one that's on that one site you can go to where
What? Wait a
it's
minute.
erotic dancing and stuff.
Oh, OnlyFans?
Yeah, Tara Bull.
Oh, yeah, Manuel. Tara, it says Tara. Does she have a YouTube channel? I don't think so.
No, she has an OnlyFans channel.
Yeah. Oh, she does actually have a YouTube channel, but doesn't have any content. But where's the link to the well, I don't see a link. Anyway, yeah, she's a Twitter. I mean, that's mostly Twitter from what I could tell. I don't know, to be honest. It's been a long time since I've seen or heard anything from her, but I don't know, like, I guess apparently I'd follow her, so that's news to me. Let's see here.
Something you want to explain there?
No, not really. Although it says it right here, following. I don't know. I can't explain that. To be honest, somebody's been on my computer. Who's been up here? Let's see.
All I know is that I just heard some kind of weird pissing contest pep talk hybrid, and it was very strange.
Yeah, it was very odd. I don't know what the hell, but what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, Biden ruins America and these people are still blaming Trump. Okay. Uh, she's got a lot of Tucker Carlson on her page, a little bit too much for my taste. So, Tara stopped talking about AMC. She realized she got scammed by Adam Aaron. This is from Manuel. So that I guess that makes sense.
Yep. There we have it.
Yeah.
We still gotta find out about that homeless guy that's hacking Phil though. We need to get somebody needs to be on that case.
True. I don't know. It's an odd one. So, well, anyway, I think that's about all I've got. Last words, Lynn, what do you got? Send us off into this week with some wisdom.
Nothing good ever happens after midnight.
Okay. Ron, what are you doing this week, Ron? Are you working? Are you out traveling around or
Yeah, I'm going out west.
Oh.
For the week. So
cool.
I'm not looking forward to that, but it is what it is. My last words of wisdom are the pool in the Titanic is still full.
The pool is still full. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
In the Titanic.
Yeah, in the Titanic.
Being an optimist, Ron.
Yeah. Well, I always identify with the musicians on the Titanic, so, we're still playing, okay? We're still playing. The music will play on. So, thanks for coming on the voice channel, guys. I appreciate that. It makes it a hell of a lot easier and more fun to bounce stuff off each other and just have other participants. So you guys are always welcome.
Thanks for having us, and thanks to everybody who stuck around and listened to us.
Yes.
I had
Yeah,
fun.
they're the real stars here. Is that if anybody actually did stick
They
around
really are.
yeah. So we're on the futures here. So yeah. Hey, we'll catch everybody next week. Happy trading and be safe. Ron, thanks again. Lynn, thanks again. And we will see you guys soon.
We're just glad that you're back.
Oh yeah, glad to be back. And in that spirit, let's do this. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Here we go.
Roll another blunt.
Roll another blunt, man.
Roll another blunt, man. Yep. These are good times. They're still full of shit. So we'll be back for another one. All right. Take care. See y'all.